very good team, running some wing team option stuff. So now I kind of want to introduce the Stevens Inc. Big Game of the Week, which is what, Kendall?
The Stevens Inc. Big Game of the Week is in Class 6A, number 1 Greenwood, and number 3 Lake Hamilton. Greenwood will host Lake Hamilton this Friday night for our Stevens Inc. Big Game of the Week.
It should be a good game. They have Kane Archer, Cash Archer, all the guys that have wing team type offense. So this should be a huge matchup for the Class 6A, but also for the state of Arkansas. Well, thank you for joining in on the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. That'll wrap up this week's edition of the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. We hope you enjoyed our program. Be sure to tune in at 10 o'clock for the Simmons Bank Friday Night Scoreboard Show on this station. From 10 to midnight, Rex Nelson and Richard Atkinson will bring the latest scores and updates from around the state, as well as the newest from Rex's Road to the Rock rankings, brought to you by the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Arkansas State University, Arkansas Scholarship Program, Arkansas Brighter Futures 529, Arkansas Delta Byways, Lion College, Baptist Health, Stevens Inc., Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, Saracen Casino, UAMS, Arkansas Capital, Visit Hot Springs, Simmons Bank, Arkansas State Chamber of Commerce, Lexicon, Henderson State University, Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and the University of Central Arkansas. The Electric Cooperatives Arkansas High School Game Day Show is a production of the Washita Sports Digital Network at Washita Baptist University. The producer is OSDN Senior Jalen Davis. For my co-host and OSDN Senior Kendall Gibbons, I'm Cooper Dar, a sophomore at Washita. Enjoy a great night of high school football, and we invite you to join us again next week for the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show.
We're back. Thanks for tuning in to the Griffin's Roofing Service pregame show.
Now is a great time to get out and experience an outdoor adventure in the Arkansas Delta Byways region. From hiking to biking to water adventures, we've got them all. Bike, jog, or stroll across the Big River Crossing, the longest public pedestrian bridge across the Mississippi River. Do some fishing or kayaking on Lake Chico, the largest oxbow lake in North America. Explore the beginnings of Arkansas at Arkansas Post National Memorial. Visit deltabyways.com for more ideas.
This ad paid with state and regional funds.
Russellville Cyclone football on River Country KCJC is made possible in part by Sorrell's Body Shop, Honda of Russellville, Diver Vision Care, by Jerome and Associates, the Russellville School District, by Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat, Congressman Bruce Westerman, R&R Express, River Valley Tractor, Phil Wright Autoplex, River Valley Tinting and Glass, Miller Roofing Company, First State Bank, Feldner's Athletes Corner, E&F Roofing, Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings, by ConAgra, Chicken Mart, Centennial Bank, the Arkansas Valley Farmers Association, by Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, Alathus Realty, Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, and by A Better Way Realty. Russellville Cyclone football on River Country KCJC.
It's time for the Russellville Cyclone Coaches Show. I'm Mickey Duval tonight. The Cyclones on the road to Springdale, Arkansas to take on Shiloh Christian. Cyclones coming off a couple of losses and are struggling to stop the run. The Saints have won 2 in a row and largely due to the running game. We'll take a break, come back. We'll hear from Cyclone head coach Dave Wheeler about tonight's matchup. This is the Cyclone Football Coaches Show on the EAB Sports Network.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
Welcome back, Hog fans, for more scratching action from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. This is looking like a good one.
First appearance of the dime we've seen all season, Tom.
The luck is thick in here tonight. After all that scratching, she's a winner!
The Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Every day is a chance to win big. Pick up a ticket today. This is winning. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Welcome back to the Cyclone Football Pregame Show. We visited with Coach Wheeler and asked him about facing Shiloh Christian for the first time.
It's kind of like PA and one of our Christian 2 years ago, first time we ever played them, and so you don't really know much about them other than film, and that's hard to gauge sometimes. People are different on film than they are in person. So I don't. We just prepare the best we can from what we see, for what they've done the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and based on that, we try to come up with what we think is the best game plan we can, best possible scenario to put ourselves in. They're a unique challenge just from the standpoint of what they do defensively, so unique that we've never seen from anybody. So that's going to be a challenge. But I've seen some teams find ways to hurt it, doing some different things. And so whether we mimic that or pattern off of that, which I think we're trying to do some of that, but we also have to fit it within the framework of what our offensive kids, what our kids are able to do and what they understand. But there's teams that have hurt them doing certain things because their defense, they're that walk around amoeba defense, so everybody just kind of stands around and they all just take off running, and that presents problems obviously because they've had success with it. But there's also holes in it if you can find them. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to find those holes and trying to figure out where they are and when with tendencies, and I think that's probably the toughest thing to figure out is their tendency, how they do that and why they do that. So.
That's what I was going to ask you because I watched 2 of their games and they were almost standing straight up. Have you ever, I know you haven't like this year, but have you in all years of coaching ever seen somebody run a defense like that?
No, it's it was a John Thompson thing. He's kind of, I think, was kind of the architect and engineer of it. I think they did a little bit of that at Arkansas when he was a D coordinator back, however long ago that was. And then he took that to East Carolina when he was head coach of East Carolina. They did some of that, and it's a gimmicky thing, at that level. I think if it was something that had really good concrete evidence of being a solid defense and things that make that work, you'd see everybody doing that at the college and NFL level. There's a reason they don't. It's kind of like the old school, the PA thing where they onside kick every time and they don't ever punt. Well, you don't see anybody doing that in college and NFL. There's a reason. Mm-hmm. If it was really good, that's what everybody would do it. Right. But there's a reason you don't, because it's easy to score on when you get the ball inside 50 every time. Mm-hmm. So this is unique to the high school when people do stuff like this, and I think you're able to do things that are unorthodox and unique when you are year in, year out, physically and mentally, whatever, just better than people you play. I think that's why PA got away with all that stuff they did for all those years, is because they just have better players. You can do that when you just have better players. I think that's what Shiloh Christian does. I think they do that based on the fact that they have just better players. And the game that they didn't have better players, it wasn't successful. Right. Lincoln Academy over there in Tulsa beat them pretty good, and then Greenwood beat them. And Greenwood's quarterback would have stayed healthy and didn't get hurt in the second quarter, I think they'd have beat them a lot worse. That's the problem with stuff like that. Now, whether we can take advantage of it or not, we're going to try to. We're going to try to do some of the things that we see other teams do. That goes back to, our offense has still got to do things within the framework of what our offensive kids understand, what we can do. And so we're going to try that, do things that we know that we're good at, but still pattern off things that I've seen other guys hurt them with it. But it's a unique challenge, that's for sure. It's different. And when your kids first see it for the first time, it's hard to figure out because it happens so fast. It's like playing the option on offense, You can prepare for it all week and show them the scout teams, but until you see the speed of it and how fast it hits that first quarter, it takes a little bit to adjust to it. That's why Lake Hamilton's always tough to play. That first quarter, you hope you don't let them score twice on you because your kid's going to make that adjustment to the speed of how fast they run. Right. Because you can't simulate it in practice. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what this is kind of the same way. It's kind of unique, unorthodox stuff that they do. And then offensively, it's not that it's unorthodox, but they do stuff a lot different than anybody else does. I mean, nobody else in our league lines up and runs two tights and fullback and all that stuff. It runs gap, power, counter, and pin and pull, and all the stuff that they run out of it with the size offensive line they got. It's tough to prepare for just from that uniqueness alone, just how tough that is. So it presents challenges, that's for sure. They're a challenging team, and they got really good players, and they got guys getting recruited by a lot of big people, and so you go look at it from that standpoint. You get your kids as ready as you can, but at the same time, you tell them, hey, that first quarter, it's going to be, we just got to go out there and withstand that first quarter and get used to the speed of the game and what they're doing, put our eyes in the right place, and then play from there.
That's Dave Wheeler. We'll look at the history between these two teams when our pregame show continues.
Since 1957, Arkansas Capital has been empowering entrepreneurs, helping businesses thrive, watching communities prosper, and making dreams become reality. Arkansas Capital is a beacon of hope for businesses seeking a fresh start or growth capital by providing a variety of financing solutions. But Arkansas Capital isn't just a financing corporation. We're your partners in growth. Put our 145 years of combined experience to work for you. With over $500 million in loans to facilitate projects, Arkansas Capital is dedicated to your success. Learn more at arcapital.com. That's arcapital.com.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Welcome back to the Cyclone Coaches Show. It's the first ever meeting between Russellville and Shiloh Christian in football. The Saints moved up to the conference from 5A, along with Fort Smith Southside, who dropped down from 7A. Both schools replaced Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Christian from last year. The conference also lost Greenbrier as the 6A West moved from 9 teams down to 8. The Saints made the finals the last 5 years, winning one of them, but the last 2 they've lost to Little Rock Parkview. This is their first season in 6A, and they're 4-2 overall, 2-1 in the 6A West. Coming up next, we'll move our pregame show to Champion Stadium in Springdale. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We are constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
Finding your place is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
Russellville Cyclone football on River Country KCJC is made possible in part by Sorrell's Body Shop, Honda of Russellville, Diver Vision Care, by Jerome & Associates, the Russellville School District, by Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat, Congressman Bruce Westerman, R&R Express, River Valley Tractor, Philride Autoplex, River Valley Tinting and Glass, Miller Roofing Company, First State Bank, Feldner's Athletes Corner, E&F Roofing, Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings, by ConAgra, Chicken Mart, Centennial Bank, the Arkansas Valley Farmers Association, by Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, Alathus Realty, Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, and by A Better Way Realty. Russellville Cyclone football on River Country KCJC.
I'd like to welcome everyone to Champion Stadium here in Springdale, and they just finished the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance, and they are doing the national anthem. And so we're going to pause for just a minute and come back so we can honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Sorry so much, Stephen, but we'll send it to you and be back in just 1 minute for your pregame show. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
And now we welcome you to Champion Stadium. We're coming to you live here in Springdale, Arkansas, where it's clear and 63 degrees. Conditions are perfect for some Cyclone football. Good evening. I'm Mickey Duval here to bring you all the action from the Lathis Realty broadcast booth. Buying or selling your home has never been easier. Call our friends at Lathis Realty. We welcome you if you're watching us on the stream on Cyclone Booth YouTube page. If you're listening to us on FM 102.3 KCJC, remember you can get all of that info through the EAB app. Free app for your phone. Just download that, EAB and EAB Sports. Click on that and you'll see all kinds of action, high school and college football. Well, I'm Mickey Duval. My color man tonight is Aaron Duval, our engineer producer. You already heard me say his name, Stephen Berry. Our media team is Maggie Duval and Chase Canfield. We welcome you. Cyclones need to get back on the winning track. They're 1-2 in conference play. They lost last week to Mountain Home 34-14. Cyclones knocked out the Bombers' quarterback, but couldn't stop the rushing attack of Mountain Home. And the Shiloh Christian Saints, on the other hand, they found themselves behind 17-0 against Fort Smith Southside. Came back with 5 second-half touchdowns without completing a single pass. That's right. If you remember Shiloh Christian back in the day with Coach Wood, Coach Gus Malzahn, they're not that kind of throwing team anymore. That's not what they do. And for our forecast tonight, I turn to my color man, Aaron Duval. What do you think about tonight's game?
Well, I think you said it all. It's just we're facing a team that likes to run and can run. They've got a young man who's a junior, number 18, Mason, has rushed for over 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. They have a huge offensive line with experience of 3 seniors and a junior. So what do we need to do? We've got to wrap up that ball carrier. That's something we didn't do last week against Mountain Home, and that hurt us. And I'm sure the coaching staff has worked on it this week. When that ball carrier, when you meet him, you've got to wrap him up and you've got to hold on and bring him down. It's going to be a test for our defense, but I think we can do it. I think we can score off this team. We're going to have to be very careful with our passes because they've intercepted quite a few. So I think it's going to be a good game. They're averaging, I figured it up, they're averaging 33 points a game. And we're averaging giving up 33 points a game. So it's going to be a challenge tonight, but I think the Cyclones can do this.
Well, you're looking at the point of attack, their offensive line. They have 3 seniors. They have a junior at left tackle who's actually a 3-year starter, and he's probably their best one. The only young one is a sophomore, and he's a 2-year starter. He's at center. And so very experienced offensive line. That's what you're going to have to watch tonight. Last week in the 6A West, we mentioned to you Shiloh Christian defeating Fort Smith Southside 38-20. Greenwood easily defeated Siloam Springs 62-7. The Wolves of Lake Hamilton beat Van Buren 41-3. Tonight in the 6A West, Siloam is at Mountain Home, Lake Hamilton at Greenwood, Van Buren at Fort Smith Southside. Last week in the River Valley, Dardanelle defeated Clinton 48-12. Lamar beat Dover 35-8. It was Pottsville all over Waldron 61-20. Atkins defeated Salem in a tough game at Atkins 40-36. Magnet Cove 49, Two Rivers 16. Danville defeated Cutter Morning Star 34-20, and Hector came back from a loss of the week before to Mountain, and then beat Mountainburg last week 47-7. Tonight in the Valley, Lamar's at Dardanelle, Clinton's at Dover, Pottsville hosts Ozark, Atkins travels to Melbourne, Magnet Cove's at Danville, Cutter Morning Stars at Two Rivers, and Mountain Ida is at Hector. Not a lot of history between these two teams. It's the first here in football. Now, they have played in basketball. They played twice the last of the 3 years, and Russellville has owned them. I think the closest one was 35 points, and both of them were in tournament play, in which they met Shiloh Christian 2 years ago, beat them in a Clarksville tournament by over 40 points. But it's football tonight, first meeting between these two teams, Shiloh Christian and your Russellville Cyclones. We're going to take a break, come back with more of your pregame show. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Farmers Co-op, East Main, Russellville. Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, you guys have some great culvert deals. People looking to do some work on the farm or around their home, you can help.
You bet. We've got plastic culverts from 8 inches up to as big as you want to go, 20 feet, 24 feet. Got good prices on them. You have to check us out.
Remember the Co-op in Russellville, East Main, and don't forget their Danville location.
Arkansans have trusted the expert surgical teams at Baptist Health for more than a century. And through the years, we've excelled at surgery that puts the patient first. Heart surgery, orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, breast cancer surgery, and any surgical challenge you face. At Baptist Health, we put all our effort into perfecting one very particular type of surgery, yours. Learn more at baptist-health.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Chambers Bank in Dardanelle is a full-service community bank that loves helping their community succeed and values their partnership with customers and businesses. Every relationship is important and starts with trust at Chambers Bank. They're available in person as a trusted local resource for your banking and financial needs, with 2 convenient branches in Dardanelle at 6th and Union and 4th and Union, or call 479-229-1505 to start community banking with Chambers Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
Back here at Champion Stadium. And so they have a video board here, and it's right above the visitors' press box. And I was looking down at our crowd and our coaches, and they were looking up over our head. And when I looked, the video board, they do something cool here. If you've ever been to a Razorback game, you know that the Razorbacks kind of get off the bus and then they walk that long walk into the Burroughs complex. Well, the football team here at Shiloh Christian, they had a long walk to the stadium where they had a camera crew following them. And not following, but the camera crew was leading, so you could see the Shiloh Christian Saints players walking towards the camera, followed them all the way from their indoor facility all the way to the stadium. Kind of neat, and I think it kind of wowed some of our fans and maybe some of our coaches, too, as they were watching them walk into the stadium. The captains for tonight for the Cyclones, number 16, Bo Mosley, number 97, Landon Scott, number 7, Maddox Statham, and number 3, Jacob Espinosa. Russellville in their white jerseys with red pants. I kind of like this outlined in black a little bit with the black helmets. I kind of like that look. And Shiloh Christian, if you think of Notre Dame's colors, that's what the Saints look like. We'll look at the standings here. Greenwood is atop in the 6A West with 3-0 in conference play. Mountain Homes at 2-1, along with the Saints of Shiloh Christian. Van Buren and Russellville are tied in the next spot, 1-2. And Southside 0-3, and Silent Springs 0-3. Southside a very tough 0-3 because they have faced some really tough teams, losing to the Saints, losing to Lake Hamilton, and we'll see Southside next week. They've blown 2 17-point leads in back-to-back weeks. We'll get the Rebels/Mavericks next week at Cyclone Stadium. And did you see the toss? I was counting you to look at the toss. Did you see it?
Yeah, Shiloh Christian won. They deferred to the second half. Russellville's going to receive the ball. Now, there is a little wind. This field sits north and south, and it looks like the wind's blowing out of the south a little bit.
Yep.
And so the wind's going to be at Shiloh's back to start off.
They've turned off all the lights here as they're getting ready for the intro. Time for our Cyclone Watch. What's on your radar tonight? Look, Cyclones need one more win to make the playoffs. Everybody thinks they're going to get that against Cyclone, but more important than that, if they only win one more game, they'll make the playoffs, but they'll be on the same side of the bracket as Greenwood. I think they're looking to steal one more, maybe this week, maybe next week against Southside, Lake Hamilton. Two more wins kind of put you on that other side of the bracket when you're talking about the state playoffs. This is Cyclone Football. We're broadcasting you live from the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. Buying or selling your home has never been easier. Call our friends at Alathus Realty. We're going to take a final break. Be back with the kickoff. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Are you looking for a great place to work that offers great pay and benefits, where you can make an impact in a safe, clean environment? ConAgra is looking for motivated, energetic people to join their team. ConAgra is recruiting industrial maintenance technicians to fill openings on all shifts. Positions start at $25.61 an hour plus a shift differential. Experience is required, so for immediate consideration, apply online at ConAgraBrands.com/careers. That's ConAgraBrands.com/careers. ConAgra is an equal opportunity employer.
Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings is the River Valley's oldest full-service portable buildings dealer, 7 years and counting. And without customers like you shopping local and leaving honest reviews, well, Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings wouldn't have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. So if you're ready to get the building or carport that suits your needs, stop by Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings, corner of Highway 7 and 247, right before the River Bridge, to browse around, or visit Duval's Affordable Portable Buildings.com for more information.
At Centennial Bank, we believe serving our community goes beyond assisting with financial needs. We pride ourselves on being community connected and customer focused. Supporting our community starts with our employees. We enjoy rolling up our sleeves and helping make our community a better place. Our local bankers are a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities. That is why Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you own a business, you know how important your roof is, but do you know how to maintain it? E&F Roofing has been offering the best commercial roof systems, as well as conducting preventative maintenance and asset management services, so you can focus on your business. From industries to schools and local businesses of all shapes and size, E&F Roofing has been serving Arkansas for over 50 years and trusted for 3 generations. So call 479-272-4069 for a free estimate today.
KCJC Dardanelle, Russellville. River Country, KCJC.
An EAB Media Group radio station.
Shiloh Christian Saints 4-2 on the season, 2-1 in conference play. Cyclones 3-3 overall, 1-2 in conference play. Russellville coached by Dave Wheeler is the 4th year at Russellville, 17-20 overall. Tucker Barnard is the coach for Shiloh Christian in his 2nd season, 15-5. He's 109, 48, and 14 years of coaching. Came over from Stillwater, and you're going to see what he did at Stillwater with this weird kind of defense that he drew up there, and he kind of likes to play. You're going to see it firsthand here for the first drive as the Cyclones will receive the kickoff. We're sitting above the Cyclone fans opposite the home field. Russellville moving right to left, and we're ready for the kickoff. Golden Domers, the Saints, will kick this one off. It's going to hit at the 16-yard line. Callahan's going to pick it up at the 12-yard line. Stumble a little bit. He's going to get nowhere on the return. And I guess the best thing is that we didn't lose any yardage, but we lost lose the football. We lost a yard on that, maybe 2. We're going to get the ball at the 10-yard line.
Very high kick, very short kick. Hit the ground before we had a chance to pick it up, but we can go 90 yards.
We're going to have to if we want to score on this first drive. The Cyclones will have it at their own 10-yard line. The backside of the football resting at the 10-yard line. Luke Jones, number 17, come out as the quarterback for the Cyclones. In the backfield, starting off is Ladarius Prince, number 0. Cyclones will have 3 wide receivers to start off, 2 to the near side, our left side here, and 1 to the short side of the field, the right side. And you can see Shiloh Christian, they stand up. Nobody's in a 3-point stance. Sometimes they'll only have 1 or 2. It's going to be a quarterback keeper for Jones and not much doing on that first play. But you can see Shiloh Christian, that's what they'll do. They will stand around the ball. Sometimes the guy will play nose, but you never know where the pressure's coming from, and that's what they like. They're all standing up almost like a wide receiver. There you see one man down right now, the 0 technique over the center. Jones pumps, he throws to the near side, far side's incomplete as he was trying to go on that far side to Dajuan Ford. And just miscommunication there because it was a little bit out of his reach. And Russellville already going to look at a 3rd down conversion here. Cyclones feel like they got to move the chains at least a little bit. They want to punt from deep in their own end. They need 10 yards if they want to do it here. 5 wide receivers in the pattern, and they just got Hudson Ball to jump into the neutral zone. So instead of 3rd and 10, it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Makes it a little more manageable on 3rd down.
We'll take 5 yards. They're going to give us 5 yards. Cyclone's going to change up the personnel with this. They're going to bring in Ladarius Prince, a running back, move out a couple wide receivers. They're still going to go 4 and 2 to each side. But Espinosa came on, and he will join that far side. Jones looking left, throwing. It's tipped and intercepted. They intercepted at the 31-yard line. Running laterally is Salter, and he'll stop just inside the 30 and be brought down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see who got their hand on it, but tipped it. It's a good defensive play, but we had a man open just for a moment.
Well, it was tipped before it got to the defender, and they intercept it at the 31, return it to the 28-yard line, and Shiloh Christian in business. This is kind of the way it went early in the Greenwood game. They're going to throw a pass on first down. It's complete. They'll get to the 26-yard line. That'll be it, Dalton Carnes. Their running team, but they end up throwing a pass there to start off.
Yeah, a little swing pass to the right. I watched them in pregame. They were warming up with that pass quite a bit.
We haven't talked much about Cole Creighton yet. He'll hand off to Mason. Spin move there, trying to get outside. He's at the 20. Got the first down and more. He's at the 10, but where he'll be pushed out of bounds.
Well, that hole was going to be left guard, but he just bounced off, went to the right left tackle, wasn't there. He just took it to the outside.
Griffin Mason, already a 1,000-yard rusher, as he's got this one down to the 9-yard line. Rushed for over 200 yards last week against Southside. He'll get the call again, trying to bounce this one out left side. He's easily into the end zone for the touchdown. We didn't really get to talk much about Griffin Mason, but he's their guy. I mean, they have 3 running backs who can run the football, but Mason, over 1,100 yards rushing this season. Their quarterback is Cole Creighton. We'll have to tell you about his story, but not yet, as they're going to maybe kick the extra point. They do the swinging gate, and they go for it quite a bit. Cole Creighton, number 9, they snap it over to the left side for the 2-point try. Running it in is Cohen Beach, and he stopped shy of the goal line, so the 2-point try fails. The Cyclones trail those 6-0 as the Saints turn in turnovers into a touchdown. We'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas deliver reliable, affordable power to more than 60% of Arkansas, the field we call home. 17 dedicated electrical cooperatives around the state manage over 75,000 miles of power lines, delivering power to more than 500,000 homes, farms, businesses, and of course, football fields, improving the lives of communities and their residents all across Arkansas. Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, the power to play, the power to deliver.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner.
This is quick kick. Callahan's going to let it go into the end zone for the touchback.
Through Saturday.
Just back joining us, the kick goes in the end zone. Squib kick, but it hit about 3 times and then went into the end zone. On that scoring summary for Shiloh Christian, they go 28 yards in just 3 plays and 32 seconds. It was Alexander Salter who got the interception for Shiloh Christian. A couple running plays by Griffin Mason was the highlight. Mason scored from 9 yards out. The 2-point try failed, and that's where we sit at 6-0. And I'm looking. Number 2 was the one that ran that in, Cohen Beach, a sophomore. He's secondary and sometimes plays wide receiver, but could not stick that one in the end zone as they snapped it to him over on that left side on the swing gate play. Cyclones, though, having seen their turnovers turning the points, they've been at -10 this year on the turnover margin. Throwing on the run, complete to Espinosa. That's Dajuan Ford on the far side, and he'll get positive yards to about the 24-yard line. The pass from Jones. So just a little out pattern as they roll the pocket to the right there. And Luke Jones getting his first completed pass.
Well, it's good to come back and complete a pass, especially after you through an interception.
Well, that Greenwood game, and we'll talk about that here after this play on 1st and 10. On 2nd down. They'll turn and hand the ball off to Darius Prince, looking for the first down. Hit to get across the 25. A gain of a couple. Russellville turned the ball over and had a blocked punt all inside their own 30, I think 4 different times. And so they were setting up Greenwood fantastically, and you don't want to see that, although that's kind of what just happened on that last drive for Russellville. So it wasn't just the turnover. It was the fact that they set up Shiloh Christian just 28 yards away from scoring. 3rd down and 4 for the Cyclones.
They're going to hand it off to Callahan on the sweep, and he's going to be swallowed up for a 2-yard loss. Never got there as he was tackled by Hudson Ball, number 31. He's a defensive end and committed to UNLV. He'll be playing D1. And so Cyclones are looking at 4th down and 6, and they'll have to punt the football away. They went back to Bo Mosley as their punter last week, and now they're going to line up for a field goal from a long ways away. Jesus Perez will hit this one. It goes all the way to the 35-yard line. I have to explain what just happened here in a moment, but they'll return it to the 20 yards, 21 yards to the 49-yard line. You're going to have to talk a minute because I'm going to have to I got to figure out what just happened, explain it to the folks at home, but I'm looking, it's a 46-yard punt and a 21-yard return. Okay, Russellville lined up like it was a field goal. It was going to be 60 yards for the field goal. We've seen Dardanelle used to do this all the time. It's a live ball, so it's kind of a way to get teams not thinking that they can return the field goal. And on 1st down here for Shiloh Christian, they'll take off with Griffin Mason, who got 1st down yardage down the left sideline. They're going to go quickly here.
Yeah, they're really attacking the right side of our defense.
It's 1st down at the 29-yard line. Swing pass complete. I think he put his knee down. Carnes caught it, but he put his knee down back at the 31. That should be a loss of yards, but they're giving him positive yards to the 26. I think he put his knee down in order to catch that, and Cyclone fans are upset about that, and I agree with them. That should be a 2-yard loss. But they're going quickly. Screen pass to the far side, complete, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. That Zane slider, and just like that, it's 12-0.
Yeah, he wasn't even touched over there, and we just didn't have anybody covering him.
Well, they go 29 yards on 3 plays. They go 49 yards here also on 3 plays. We'll line up for the 2-point play here, leading 12-0. They made that one look easy, but I still think that the pass before the touchdown pass should have been a 2-yard loss because I think Dalton Carnes put his knee down. They're going to go for more conventional 2-point play. This is Cole Creighton with a man in motion, the quarterback. He'll roll to his right, looking for the end zone, running out of room. He throws it, and it's complete for the 2-point play to Chandler Kemp. 14-0 our score. The Saints lead the Cyclones. We'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
As a dentist, giving patients a beautiful smile is what I love to do. But the business side can be challenging. Luckily, First State Bank understands. They provide financial tools that make banking convenient and flexible. And the service I get is second to none. From equipment loans to cash management solutions, they give me the freedom to focus on my patients, not my payroll. Now that's something to smile about.
Come see us at First State Bank in Russellville or Fayetteville for local personalized banking.
Let's be honest, finding a
All right, for our video people, what that field goal try for Jesus Perez did not count as a field goal try. It goes as a punt. But again, Dardanelle used to do that all the time, and what it did was teams were kind of thrown off by it. They didn't have anybody back there to return it. However, Shiloh Christian was kind of ready for that, even though Russellville's never showed that before, and it ended up being a 21-yard return. We'll give you the details on the scoring drive here in just a moment. They're going to onside kick it, and the Cyclones, do they cover it? No, Shiloh Christian's got the onside kick. Now we're joined back by the radio side. Shiloh Christian, a surprise onside kick, and they have recovered it. And the Cyclones, I tell you, when it rains, it pours, and right now it's just it's pouring on the Russellville Cyclones.
Yeah, it hit one of our players on his shoulder pad, and he wasn't expecting it. And just a good play by Shiloh.
So the turnover goes back over to Shiloh Christian. We'll see if they go up top here. Still haven't been able to talk about their quarterback, Cole Creighton, who had been injured, coming back from a broken collarbone in the second game of the season. And have a longer whistle, and I believe I didn't see a flag, but I think Russellville's called timeout. They have. We're going to keep it right here because we missed some on the radio side there. We're going to explain what happened a little bit on that scoring drive. So Russellville punted the football away using the field goal format to do that. However, Shiloh Christian came back. They go 49 yards in 3 plays in just 34 seconds. Cole Creighton hit Zane Slider for a 26-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion was good, 14-0. A surprise onside kick because they normally don't do that. Not like they used to. They used to all the time. But I tell you, the surprise onside kick, and Russellville had 2 guys right there. They just couldn't control it, just kind of bounced in between them. And Shiloh Christian, Johnny on the spot there to recover it. And I didn't see which player did, but they have it at our 43, and the Cyclones taking a timeout here for their defense. I think they're just kind of reeling right now. And they're like, what's going on here?
Well, when you're playing a team like Shiloh, you've got to be expecting anything. And, again, they hadn't showed that before. But Russellville, you're right. Russellville's kind of back on their heels right now, and we're going to have to – we need a stop. We need a turnover right here.
Well, this will be the longest drive if they score, starting at our 43-yard line. They took an interception, returned it in for no, it shouldn't. The last one was 49 yards, but they've started all 3 drives on our side of the 50. This is eerily similar to the Greenwood game. And here is Mason getting the first call, and he'll run left side inside the 40 to the 38 before the Cyclones take him down, a 5-yard pickup.
Again, on their running play, they're attacking the right side of our defense, and they must see something over there.
I think they're just running behind their big recruit there, and that is Maddox Wilborn, just a junior. Creighton in trouble on second down. He's running out of the pocket, eyes downfield. He'll throw it, and this would throw this one into the sideline and live to play another down.
Good pressure by that defense. Like to see that. Creighton's pretty fast for a quarterback.
So he broke his collarbone second game of the season against Little Rock Christian, came back quicker than normal. I say that because last year he broke his collarbone also against Little Rock Christian, came back in the playoffs, actually the week before the playoffs started. And here's Griffin going to carry it left side. This time the Cyclones will stop him shy of the first down. But they don't go for it every single time, but they go for it enough. And after this pickup of just 1 yard, looking at 4th down and 4, they're kind of in no man's land, and I expect them to go for it here. Tight formation. And Creighton going to hand it off to Mason running left side, and just nothing there. The Cyclones defense, they don't get the turnover, but how about a 4 and out?
Now that's the good thing. That's a good play by that defense. We said we needed something to lift this team up, and defense comes through.
So after the surprise onside kick, they get the ball at our 43. They only drive 8 yards before the Cyclones stop them on 4th down. So Russellville, even with that, gets pretty good field position at their own 35-yard line. 7:41 left to play here in the first quarter. The Cyclones trailing by a score of 14-0.
It's been pretty tough for the Cyclones trying to run the ball up the middle. We may need to take it to the outside a little bit.
Well, Russellville's thrown a little bit more than what you would normally expect, but they've kind of been in that position where they've had to. They're 1 of 3 throwing the football. They have 3 rushing attempts for 0 yards. They don't have a first down yet, but be good time now, down 2 scores. There comes a blitz to throw it underneath, and it's incomplete. A little bit behind the wide receiver, Varnell. He had it, though, and might have started trying to run with it a little bit quicker. And it'll be an incomplete pass. Russellville will have it 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Well, the ball was thrown a little low, but you're right. We're just trying to do something. We just got to take our time. And
it looked like they brought – I got to go quickly. They looked like they brought 8 people, and so Jones, I think he had to get rid of it really quickly, and he knew he had that route open. You could see they have 4 men standing up. We'll see if they bring pressure from the middle. No, they bring it from the corner. Screen pass is incomplete. Ladarius Prince out there. And if it was complete, he would have lost 5 yards. They sniffed that one out. But did you see the corner from the far side coming on the blitz?
Yeah.
So 3rd down, the Cyclones really struggling to make any kind of yards here.
This is an unusual defense played by Shiloh Christian.
Yeah. But they play it all the time. Standing up now. 4-man front. Back to passes. Jones on 3rd and 10. Throwing is intercepted at the 45-yard line. The 40 down the left sideline. The 30. 25-20. He's going to take it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. A.J. Yanlin with a pick 6 of 45 yards. And I think He was just back there playing secondary, and I don't think Jones saw him.
No.
And the pick six is a touchdown for the Saints, and that makes it 20-0, and we'll see the swinging gate here. Creighton, the quarterback, and actually the backup quarterback with Creighton out. Jake Bodenstein has been in there, but this is Creighton. Going to take the snap? Yeah, he is. He's going to shovel it backwards, and they're going to throw it to the end zone. It's going to be caught. One-handed catch there on a fantastic catch on the 2-point play by Griffin Mason. He just snatched that one. That ball was not going to him, but he still made the catch, and they get the 2-point play. Makes it 22-0, and the Cyclones just kind of reeling right now. They're on their heels. Even with that last good defensive series, the pick six by Shiloh Christian, making it 22-0 after the 2-point play. And, boy, there's really not a whole lot you can say right now. The Cyclones just sort of on their heels a little bit, and rightfully so. I totally understand that.
Well, they're wanting to, on offense, I can see what they want to do. They want to do it quickly. We just got to take our time, run our plays. Yes, they got a defense that's causing a little bit of confusion on that line, but we have got to, if we can, we'd like to try to get to the outside. I think we can make some yardage, but right now we haven't been able to.
Well, what I'm saying, though, is you don't know who's coming, and that's the problem. I think the offensive line's a little bit confused, and right now Russellville just struggling to make yards. I mean, I realize we're down 22-0, but the Cyclones have 4 yards of offense right now. They're struggling to just get something positive going, and I think it all stems from the way Shiloh Christian is playing. It's hard to know who's coming, and you don't know where the pressure's coming from. You know it's coming, you just don't know where. The kickoff will go into the end zone, and it is something the Cyclones will have to solve, because you don't see too many corners come on a blitz from that far out like we saw on the play before the pick six. And that's, again, something that Russellville has seen on film. But like Coach Wheeler said in our pregame show, until you actually see it live, it's that first quarter where you really got to adjust to it. He likened it to almost facing an option team. You can watch it on film, but you have to watch it live and in person in order to see it for the first time and actually know what's going on. So the Cyclones trailing 22-0. They'll go empty set here. Jones at quarterback. Looks right, comes back left, complete to Jesus Perez for the underneath screen. He'll pick up about 3 yards to the 23. Perez, a regular kicker, but he also plays wide receiver. That's his 3rd catch of the season.
Well, it's just good to gain some yards, get a complete pass there, and try to keep the ball for a while.
They give him 4 yards. Yeah, just something positive. We just need small victories right now. Just move the sticks. That's what we got to do. Just get first downs. They'll turn to hand the ball off, and Prince hit in the backfield. They might give him the line of scrimmage as he powers his way for that, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. But he got hit from the side, and really no chance for Ladarius there as they came blitzing from the edge. If you're watching it, you can see. If you listen to us on radio, it's hard to explain. Everybody is standing up almost like they're a wide receiver on the front line. Then you have your 2 middle linebackers, and they're sending pressure, and you're not exactly sure where. Right now they only have 1 middle linebacker, but they could be blitzing from the outside on 3rd down and long. Jones, quick pass thrown. It's going to be intercepted there at the 27, and they're going to take it all the way into the end zone. This is A.J. Yanlin, who just had the 45-yard pick six. He'll get a 27-yard pick six here, and that makes it 28-0. Boy, it's just you wonder if that was intercepted at film study, because he broke on that one. Yanlin did, and 2 pick sixes here in this first quarter. And that makes it 28-0. And Creighton, the quarterback for Shiloh Christian, on to try the 2-point play. It's almost like a halfback toss throw into the end zone. This time they're going to run the option left side, and they're going to throw it to the end zone once again, and another one-handed catch. But this time it is Dalton Carnes who catches it and makes it 30-0 Shiloh Christian. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff from Shiloh Christian to Russellville. Cyclones trailing 30-0. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Did you know that Henderson State University offers a nurturing classroom environment with caring faculty who will invest in your career success? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come check us out. Visit hsu.edu/getready for additional information. Did you know that Henderson State University offers the only aviation degree in Arkansas? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come fly with us. Visit hsu.edu/aviation for additional information.
The second pick six of the night for Shiloh Christian, and both have happened in the first quarter and both been by the same guy. That's A.J. Yanlin now with 27 yards on the pick six. They get the two-point play, making it 30-0 here with 6:10 left to play just in the first quarter. Ready for the kickoff. This one end over end. This is going to be a returnable by Callahan, who slips and takes it at the 2-yard line across the 10, 15. A little sidesteps a man there to get across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
That's a good return.
Pickup of 19 yards by Callahan. On that return, the Cyclones will start at the 21. Cyclones will be back at home the next 2 weeks. They'll host Fort Smith Southside next week, and then senior night the week after that against Lake Hamilton. Have I got that right, or am I missing Siloam in there somewhere? No, they'll be hosting Siloam Springs, and then they travel to Lake Hamilton. That's what it is. Siloam will be senior night. But the next 2 weeks are home games, and that's going to be it for the regular season. Here's a handoff on first down. Not much doing for the Cyclones there, as I believe that was Callahan. I'll be honest with you, he's slow getting up because of the pile there, and I think it was Sam that carried that. He gets back, actually loses a yard on the play. Second down 11. Callahan just a sophomore. Cyclones just 7 yards of offense here in this first quarter, trailing 30-0. Jones back to pass, looking left, throwing is going to be off the hands there of Daewon Ford. And it'll bring up third down and long.
Luke's getting a lot of pressure. He's having to throw that ball very quickly before he even has a chance to set up or look at his different receivers. And he's having a tough time back there right now.
Yeah, Russellville with 3 turnovers here in just the first quarter. .5:28 left to play here in the first. Slant, knocked down there as Max Eldridge, who's a two-way player for Shiloh Christian, batted that one down. Russellville was going for Jacob Espinosa on the play. It'll bring up fourth down for the Cyclones.
Well, Shiloh Christian's playing, it looks like they're playing a zone defense at times, and we're running right into that zone, and they've got single and sometimes double coverage on our receivers.
Mosley was the punter last week. I'd mentioned that earlier, and he's back now to have his first punt of the night. He's averaging 28 yards on average. Realize some of those are pooch kicks. This one's going to be blocked. It's going to be blocked inside the 10 and covered there by number 31 Hudson Ball. I don't know what took so long on that one. I don't know if it was bad snap or bobbled. I didn't see it, but I was looking back at the return man, and I was trying to count in my head, and I realized something's gone wrong here as they recovered it, and I kind of knew that something had taken more time, so I didn't see what happened, but whatever happened, it's going to set them up at the 6-yard line. 5:24 left as they punt it, and they recover it at the 6, and that's where Creighton, forward pitch there to Carnes, and he's going to take it to the goal line. There's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Counts as a pass, as a little forward toss to Dalton Carnes.
Well, it's good defense. He got hit hard there at the goal line.
So it's officially the 1-yard line as they'll have second and goal. And Creighton, they're trying to reset the play clock. Creighton with Griffin Mason. He'll hand it off to Mason, and he'll slice his way into the end zone from 1 yard out, and it's 36-0. Mason, 7 carries, 56 yards, his second touchdown tonight. 4:48 to go here in just the first quarter, and the Cyclones trailing 36-0. For the two-point play, Creighton, backwards pass once again. They'll throw this one again to the end zone, and again, the third time they've done this, where Cohen Beach has thrown it into the end zone for the two-point play, and 2 of the times it's been caught by that man right there, Dalton Carnes. And so they get the two-point play, making it 38-0. And we'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
It's Honda of Russellville's 45th anniversary, and we're celebrating this year with big savings store-wide. Come in now to Honda of Russellville and register to win a brand new 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. We're having open houses every Saturday leading up to the big giveaway Saturday, October 26th. This is one of our biggest giveaways ever. Plus, save big with our best deals of the year. Come by now. Arkansas's #1 Honda dealer, Honda of Russellville. See more at hondaofrussellville.com and on Facebook.
Well, in that scoring summary for Shiloh Christian, they go 6 yards in 2 plays in 36 seconds. That's right, 6 yards because of the block punt that they recovered. And the Cyclones are reeling a little bit after the 2-point try, making it 38-0. Say reeling a little bit, trying to be nice. We're reeling a lot here, just kind of shaking your head like, what's going on here?
Well, they've taken some blows in this first quarter, no doubt. But, again, we've got to stay with our plan, and we're just got to take our time and just try to make some good short passes. And, again, they're just that defensive line is coming after our quarterback, and it's very hard to maneuver back there.
Yeah, you just don't know where the pressure's coming from. And think of an offensive lineman, you're looking up and there's guys just standing and you don't know who's coming and who's dropping back. And so by the time ball snapped, if you're late on the siding, guys already passed you. On first down, here's a completed pass to Jaron Brown, but this is going to be completed for negative yards on a little side screen as he was gang tackled behind the 20-yard line. Russellville's going to lose a couple on this play. 5 yards of offense for Russellville. Look, they've only got 91, but you realize that they've got 2 pick sixes and also a block punt. And Russellville with a block punt and 3 turnovers all here in the first quarter, trailing 38-0. 4:15 left to play in just the first quarter. And hard count, they did not get in the neutral zone. You can see we're snapping the ball at the 18. They're backed up to the 20. There's a 2-yard space there. We saw that a lot against Greenwood in their game, and here's going to be another pick 6. This one intercepted by the linebacker, Carter Hentley. He'll take it 20 yards into the end zone, and he was just reading the eyes of Luke Jones.
Well, I was going to say, I was watching Luke very closely, and you're right. He was watching that quarterback, and he read his eyes and stepped right in front of the receiver. But Luke doesn't have time to look off at different receivers, and he just doesn't have that time. I don't know any other way of putting it.
Carter Henley, their linebacker, he's really good. He's a Harding commit and going to play for that program. If you're going to play for Harding, you know you're really good. National champions last year. His father, Carter Henley, is actually defensive coordinator here at Shiloh Christian. On the 2-point play, they snap it directly to Cohen Beach. And he'll carry it in for 2 yards out. A little pushing and shoving. Saints player came over to our side for some reason, was jawing a little bit. He needs to get over to the other side. There's no point in doing that, and the official now telling him. And it's number 5, Dalton Carnes, saying, hey, go back to your side. There was no reason for him to come over to our side. And I mean, look, I know we're not in a good mood. Nobody's going to be in a good mood when you're getting beat 46-0 like this. He needs to just go over to that side and understand it, you know. And so the official in the white hat did say, hey, go over there. No flags thrown or anything like that. The Cyclones trailing 46-0, and it's 3:58 left to play in just the first quarter. It's you feel for these kids because you know they're the ones out there and they're having to they're going to have to finish this game, and you just feel bad for them. And because Shiloh Christian has just been, their defense especially has been on fire. Defense, special teams. 3 pick sixes, a block punt into the end zone. even on the field goal punt that we had, they returned that one 21 yards. A surprise onside kick that they covered. Everything has been clicking right for Shiloh Christian. Sam Callahan going to take this one at the 9-yard line, cutting back near the 20-yard line. He'll get to the 25, 26-yard line, and that'll be it. And now Russellville will have it right there. They've been kicking it to that left side at Callahan most of the time. And I said Callahan, but I don't think that was Sam. I think that was Brandon Flores. He's the one that got up. I couldn't tell if it was 25 or 29.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Even this close to the field, it's hard to tell.
The Cyclones will start at their own 26-yard line. Ball at near the right hash mark. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Prince was in front of Jones, and he'll get the handoff. He'll lean forward for a pickup of 5 yards on the play.
That's a good play, and we came to the left side and did get it to the outside. Good blocking by that offensive line and by the receiver out there.
And credit the Cyclone fans. I mean, they're shouting encouragement. They're behind these kids. Say, hey, don't worry about the scoreboard. Let's just look for some things. Like if you're an offensive player, move the football. If defensive player, tackle somebody. And let's just keep it simple and play hard every play. Second down, and they're going to hand it off to Prince, and he's going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. It was a read play there, and they went and tackled Ladarius, and he'll lose 2 yards on the play, back to the 29. They're going to give him the 30-yard line, so third down and 6 coming for Prince.
Well, it's just tough getting any yardage up the middle.
Well, Prince got 5 on his first carry, lost 1 there. Here on third down, empty backfield, motioning out is Jacob Espinosa. Throwing underneath, it's complete there to Mitchell Manning, and it should be enough for the first down. I got him at the 38-yard line. That should be about 2 yards more than what he needed.
Well, we had a little bit of motion in that backfield, and I think it threw the defense off just a little. That's a good, sharp pass by Luke.
Pickup of 7 yards. They give him about 37.5. So the Cyclones with their first down tonight. And just show you how kind of weird it's been with the defense and special teams. Saints only have 3 first downs themselves, but they lead at 46-0 here. And we've got 2:10 left in the first quarter. Empty backfield once again. Man in motion is Malachi Varnell, and he's going to catch it on the slant pass and then hit hard and drop the football there. As I don't blame him for dropping it. He was tattooed there by Zane Slater.
Again, a good sharp pass by Luke. And
they bring up second down at the 27-yard line. I said Slater. His name is pronounced Slider. And it doesn't even look like Slater or Slider how he spells it. It's Sluyter, pronounced Slider. On second down, Jones going to pull it, keep it himself, but nothing doing. Drop back at the 35, a loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up third down and about 12. Again, the Cyclones have 2 consecutive home games. Southside next week. And as I talk about that game and next week, I know I'm going to say Rebels quite a bit. But, I mean, they were in the 4A West when I was going to Russellville years ago, and they were the Rebels, but they're the Mavericks now. And then Cyclones will host Siloam Springs after that. Jones, he's going to take a shot downfield, and this one's going to be intercepted at the 31-yard line of Shiloh Christian. That's Alexander Salter with his 3rd interception tonight. Cyclones were taking a shot, and I know coaches don't like to hear this, but that's almost like a punt there.
Well, that you're right. We got to move back. I know Shiloh is probably a little bit afraid of Russellville because even at 46-0 in the first quarter, they're still playing their regular players on defense. So they have to be afraid of us.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that for at least a half. This is their worst starting field position at their own 27-yard line. Cole Creighton, I got to talk about him if I ever get the chance, but they've had 3 play drives here. Back to pass on play action. Creighton flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left, heaving this one downfield. This one's up for grabs, and Carnes catches it. Did he stay in? Waiting for an official signal on that far side. They're going to say no, incomplete. Okay, so Cole Creighton, their quarterback, breaks his collarbone last year against Little Rock Christian, came back week 9, led them to the state finals. They lost to Parkview. This year, he breaks his collarbone again against Little Rock Christian, the exact same team. This is his first game back, so he's only missed. They said it wasn't as serious as the previous one. He misses 4 weeks. Here's Griffin Mason on the sweep play. Stiff arms a man there. He's at the 30. He breaks a tackle there, drops the football, goes out of bounds. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it. It should be enough for the first down. They're going to put him down where? At the 44-yard line, so enough for the first down.
He's just running to the left, just looking for an opening, and he found it to the outside.
265 yards running the football against Southside last week, Mason had in that comeback victory. Back to pass is Creighton, throwing complete on the screen pass, drops the football. The slider dropped it, and it's recovered back at the 44-yard line. But that's something that kind of went wrong for them. But they recover it back at the 43-yard line. Second down for Shiloh. Creighton back to pass, throwing on the slant pattern, complete at the 40. Cutting back the 35-yard line, enough for the first down, obviously into Cyclone territory. And that's Zane Slider, who just dropped that last football after catching it. They come right back to him, showing the confidence they had in there, and he'll pick up 23 yards on that play. That's his third catch for 48 yards. They're going quickly here. Creighton looking at 1st and 10 for the Saints at our 34-yard line. 20 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. The Saints leading 46-0. Now hand it off to Mason, straight up the middle, and he'll power his way to the 31-yard line. That should be the last play of this first quarter. The Cyclones trail at 46-0. We'll take a break here as we've through one quarter of play. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Whether marching in the band, cheering from the sidelines, or running plays on the gridiron, teamwork is essential. High school sports teach students teamwork both on and off the field. I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman. I approve this message to say thank you to the coaches and teachers who are preparing the next generation to be team players, and best wishes to all student athletes learning to be teammates in the game of life.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress.
Why hold a parade that only goes one block? What in the world is a bathtub race? And how can one town be the training ground for American Pharaoh and the former playground of Al Capone? That's just Hot Springs being Hot Springs. Between thermal waters, thoroughbreds, and the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, this town isn't trying to be unique. It just comes naturally. Come experience this slightly unconventional and completely wonderful place called Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
Getting ready to start the second quarter. The Cyclones trailing 46-0. The Saints started at their own 27. They've taken the ball to our 31-yard line. This current drive, 5 plays, 42 yards. In that first quarter, the Cyclones with just 14 yards of offense. The Saints 133 yards of offense, but it was the turnovers. It was the turnovers. I have down here 6 turnovers. Is that right? I thought it was 5. I didn't realize it was 6 turnovers. Oh, that's right, the onside kick. Forgot about that. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, what was the 6 turnovers in one quarter? The Cyclone, the onside kick. That was one of them. And everything was clicking on defense and special teams for Shiloh Christian in that first quarter. They'll start 2nd and 7 as they start this quarter at our 31-yard line. They're going to play action. Creighton backing up. He's going to heave this one to the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away at the last minute. What a play there by Bo Mosley.
Did get his hand out there and hit. That's just a good defensive play by Mosley.
Chandler Kemp had gotten behind everybody, and Mosley just took off running. I mean, almost like a center fielder who was burnt. He just took off running, stuck his right hand up, and he did the right thing. You put your hand between their hands and knocked the ball away. Great play there by Bo. And bring up 3rd down and 7. Mason's going to keep it on the sweep. Stiff arms a man there and tackled out of bounds around the 30-yard line. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it. It looked like there should have been a holding penalty here as they tackled one of our defensive ends in the backfield. I was kind of looking for that and didn't see anything. And they'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it quickly here from the 28-yard line, throwing, sliding, and is that a completed catch? No, they missed it. I didn't see who they went to on that far side, but they went quickly there. And trying to go to Beach on that far side. Looked like it was Carnes for me, but that's the 2nd time that they have failed on a 4th down play. They went for it on 4th and 4, up 46-0. I know it's probably something you probably upset about, but look at it this way. I mean, that was either that or try a 45-yard field goal, but it worked out for Russellville. The defense for the 2nd time tonight has stopped the Saints on 4 downs. On a 4th down. 11:42 left to play here in the first half. The Cyclones have the ball at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I was watching them in pregame. I don't know if they've got a kicker that can kick at 45 yards.
They probably don't get a lot of practice, that's for sure. We got one that can kick it that far.
That's right.
Luke Jones moved the running back over to his left, Prince, and he'll take it straight up the gut. A little spin move there across the 30 to the 32. Pick up a 4 yards on the play. Ladarius last year got 34 carries, gained just under 200 yards, and that's a lot when you consider they had Tracy Daniels, the career leader. But he was backing up Tracy, and now he's directly behind Jones here on 2nd down and 6. They're going to bring in Dajuan Ford. Rolling out now is Jones, and he'll hit Ford there on a completed pass, and he'll take a big lick there from A.J. Yemlin. And Dajon held on to the football and pick up maybe an inch. They won 2 catches tonight for 4 yards. Not much doing yardage-wise for Russellville, but they're looking to pick up 6 yards here. 3rd and 6. Boy, Shiloh moved there on the hard count, but did not jump in the neutral zone. It looked like they're bringing 5 guys here. Make it 6. They're bringing the corner here. Somebody's open on the quick slant. Complete for the 1st down to Julius Thompson. He got just inside the defender there. Good move there by Thompson. Great delivery there by Luke Jones.
Yeah, it was low and away from the defender.
You win the battle there, meaning you take the inside. Almost like in basketball where you're boxing the guy out. And Julius Thompson did a good job there, picks up the 1st down for the Cyclones. 10:19 left to play here in the first half. They'll fake the forward pitch, give it to Prince, running a sweep. Can't get the edge. He stiffed arm to man. I think he might have lost a yard on the play, just could not get that corner. Cyclones trailing 46-0 here. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Ball on the right hash mark. They have 3 wide receivers to this near side, including number 47, Nicholas Hallmark, and number 19, Jeremiah Ross Thompson. They're going to find Ross Thompson on the screen pass, and it's complete for a couple yards. Hallmark was one of the 2 leading the blocks there. And they said Ladarius Prince, but that was Jeremiah Ross Thompson with his 15th catch of the season. His first one tonight. 3rd down and 8. Cyclones need Shiloh Christian 48-yard line for a 1st down. Jones now 7 of 18 for 25 yards. A little tighter formation here, even with the receivers. Back to pass is Jones. Plenty of time here out of the pocket, throwing complete to Hallmark on the far side. He takes a lick there, delivers a blow at midfield. He's not going to get the 1st down, but he's going to be about 2 yards shy. But Hallmark, he delivered some punishment there.
Oh, yeah, he did. He lowered his head and shoulder, did a good job.
They're going to give him midfield, so it's 4th down and 2. Cyclones looking like they're going to go quickly here. They need almost 2 yards, and here's the Tebow play, and Jones going to keep it all the way to the 45-yard line, well enough for the first down.
Well, Shiloh wasn't ready for Jones to run it up the middle, and that was a good call by our coaching staff.
Maybe a little taste of their own medicine. They weren't set and ready, and even then, if you looked at it, they were a good yard and a half off the football. Cyclones had brought in Magnus Golden to lead the charge there, and Jones carries for 5 yards to get him back on the positive side. Cyclones have it 1st and 10 at the St. 45-yard line. Hallmark in motion. He'll settle around the line. Back to pass is Jones. Looking left the whole way. Nothing's there. He's going to hit his safety valve, Ladarius Prince. He'll be stopped shy of the 40-yard line.
That's what happened when Luke has the time to look off his receivers, and he did that on that play and was able to complete it.
Ladarius, 9 catches on the season. That's his first one tonight. 2nd down and 7 for the Cyclones at the 42-yard line of Shiloh Christian. Under 7:45 left to play here in the first half. Cyclones trailing by a bunch, but they got something going here as they started this drive at the 28-yard line. Jones will turn and hand it off to Prince. Big hole up the middle. He's at the 35, cut down there at the 32-yard line. Big gain of 10 yards there for Ladarius.
Boy, that was a great play. Great blocking by that offensive line right up the middle.
And 21 yards on 7 carries for Ladarius. Cyclones drive right now 9 plays, 41 yards. They're looking at 1st and 10 at the Saints' 31-yard line. Prince staying in there. He's just to the right of Jones. See if he gets the call here. Yeah, he will. Straight up the middle here, weaving his way inside the 30 and gets to the 25-yard line. They'll put him back at the 26, so a pickup of 5 yards on the play for Prince.
Again, great blocking by that offensive line. That's what's making the last 2 plays.
Cyclones taking their time on this drive. This drive started 11:42 left in the first half. It's 6:28 now and rolling. Jones, a delayed draw here to Prince. Fooled me, but it did not fool Shiloh Christian as they'll drop Ladarius for a 2-yard loss. That was a draw play in the very sense of the word, meaning quarterback acts like he's going to pass it, and then a very late handoff there. 3rd down and 7. They're going to bring in Aiden Terry and also Nicholas Hallmark on the field on this 3rd down play. And now we have a timeout. I'm not sure what the official has blown it dead, and he's talking to a Shiloh Christian player.
He's got a
I want to say he's got blood on his elbow pad or something, so they're going. He has to run off and go take care of that. So they reset the clock now. It's rolling at 40. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Cyclones looking at 3rd down and 6. Magnus Golden, the running back, to the left of Luke Jones. Man in motion, they'll fake it to Ross Thompson. Jones going to keep it himself, and he'll get to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Yeah, he followed Magnus right up the middle, and Magnus was looking for somebody to block.
4th down and 4. Be a 42-yard field goal here if you wanted to attempt it. You're down 46-0, though. Do you try to just get points on the board? Do you go for it? The Cyclones are going to go for it. They need 4 yards. They're at the Shiloh Christian 25-yard line. Magnus Golden is the tailback, and Luke Jones went under center, and I think he had a hard count and made 3 people move for Shiloh Christian unless they call it on us, goodness. And they're calling it on us and moved. I tell you, with 3 guys jumping, you wondered if it was going to be on us. Three of their guys is what I'm saying, and that's the first penalty on the Cyclones tonight. In fact, there's only been 2 penalties called in this entire game. Both have been 5-yarders. They had a defensive offsides. We have a false start, and it brings up 4th down and 9.
I was watching it. You heard the whistles, but you saw no flag, and finally the white hat threw his down.
4th down and 9. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Cyclones trailing 46-0. They're looking at 4th and 9 at the Shiloh Christian 30-yard line.
Figure we're going to take a timeout.
Well, Coach Wheeler's come over to the official here, and, yeah, he wants to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. 4:48 left to play first half. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
A lot of cities claim to be unique, but are they really? Were they the off-season playground for legends like Babe Ruth and Al Capone? Do they sell beer made from thermal spring water that comes straight from the ground below? Do any of these places have a street that has a gangster museum on one side of the road and a national park on the other? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. They don't, because none of them are Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
I'll tell you, it's been a tough first half, but really that first quarter where it just sort of snowballed, just bad thing happened, and it just kept building and building. It's 46-0, but realize that they scored all 46 points in the first quarter. Nobody has scored here in the second quarter.
Well, this drive by the Cyclones has proven one thing, that we can move the ball against Shiloh's #1 defense, and we just done a great job moving it down the field.
Well, Russellville looking at 4th down and 9 right now at the Saints' 30-yard line. Okay. Thank you, Chase. I'll tell that here in just a moment. On 4th down and 9, Luke Jones back to pass. He's going to take a shot at the end zone, looking for Jaron Brown. It's tipped and incomplete. It was man-on-man coverage over there, and Salter was beaten, but he made a great play to knock the ball away, and Russellville's turned the ball over on downs.
I'm glad to see him go for the end zone. Maybe it'll loosen up that defense a little.
Well, maybe catching them napping a little bit because they're all thinking that we're just going for the first down. And Chase, part of our media team, said that he went back and looked at it, and we did jump to making that 4th and 9 instead of 4th and 5. So the Saints will take over. Seems like it's been a long time, and they roll this snap back, and it's a free-for-all back at the 27-yard line. I think the Saints covered it. And the snap never got back to the quarterback. The Cyclones recovered it.
Yes.
Yeah. Aiden Terry came up with it. And so the first turnover by Shiloh Christian has given the Cyclones the ball at the 27-yard line.
Boy, we get a new breath into this offense.
4:38 left to play here in the first half. Yeah, the Cyclones will take over at the Shiloh Christian 27-yard line. The ball never made it back to their quarterback, Cole Creighton. I think he might have got a hand on it, but it just rolled back to him. Mason tried to pounce on it to squirt it away from him. Aiden Terry for the Cyclones is the one who ended up grabbing it. On the quick slant, thrown a little bit behind the receiver, but I think the Cyclones have made the catch, and they have. And that was number 3, Jacob Espinosa, who makes the catch.
Good catch. That ball was low, which is good.
6 yards on the pickup. 2nd down and 4 for Russellville. They enter the red zone for the first time tonight. Espinosa's first catch tonight, 2nd time he's been targeted. Prince, the running back, but he's a good yard in front of Luke Jones. Forward pitch to Espinosa, running laterally. He's going to hit the corner and he'll get inside the 20, pushed out of bounds, close to a first down. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it. They're going to put him down at the 19-yard line. If you do, he's a couple yards short. Yep, it'll be 3rd down and 2. Cyclones tonight, 2 of 10 on 3rd down conversions. Let's make it 3 of 11 on this one. How about that? Under 3.5 to go here in the first half. Cyclones trailing 46-0. All 46 points by Shiloh Christian coming in the first quarter. Handed off Ladarius Prince, running right side. He runs into a pile, and the pile just moves. And I'm not going to call it. I didn't see him signal first down yet, but it's close. It's just inside the 18-yard line. He needs the 17, so it's 4th down and 1. The Cyclones are lining up to go for it quickly, and now the official blowing it dead. I think he wants a measurement. Yeah, they've got it down at about the 17.5-yard line. We've got a really bad vantage point from where it is and where the sticks are. They're bringing it, and the sticks are really close to this side. He's going to be short by about a foot. So it's 4th and 1, but really just 4th and a foot. And they're going to go measure this and put it on the right hash mark. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Cyclones, they want to get on the board. That'd be something positive to build off of. If they could stick this one in the end zone, but first things first, let's get this first down. So technically it's the 18-yard line, even though they're about a foot from the 17-yard line. 4th down and 1 for the Cyclones. Russellville 1 of 2 on 4th down conversions here in this half.
You know, I think that's the first measurement we've seen this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Out of the shotgun formation, Prince, the running back. And Russellville moved. Unless they were drawn off. They still haven't thrown a flag, but somebody moved.
Heard all the whistles.
Yeah. Dead ball. False start. Okay. That's the second time we've moved on a 4th down play. Instead of 4th and 1, it's 4th and 6 now. But nobody's marking the ball.
Yeah.
Where's the... Now the man in the white hat's talking it over.
No one threw a flag.
Yeah, no one threw a flag. They called false start. It was something. And now they're talking about it. Now they're going to mark off 5 yards against the Cyclones. That was weird.
It was.
4th down and 6. Russellville going to go for it. And now we stop it once again. And offsides, they got in the neutral zone. They were showing blitz, and they got in the neutral zone. Well, we know that's not going to give us a first down, but it's going to be 4th and a foot again. So we're trading penalties just back and forth. And here's Hallmark. Here's Terry coming in. Aiden Terry's the one that recovered that fumble. Magnus Golden's coming in. The big boy package is coming in the game. Terry and Hallmark will be the 2 tight ends, one on each side, and Magnus Golden will be a yard behind and to the right of Luke Jones. On 4th and a foot, they're going to give it to Magnus, and he plows forward, and he's got the first down. Needed the 17, he got the 15. Russellville's 5th first down of the game to keep this drive going. Remember, Aiden Terry recovered a fumble to give Russellville's offense the ball at the Saints' 27-yard line. With that first down, the Cyclones have it at the 15. Trailing 46-0, but 2:40 left to play here in the first half. Russellville just wants something positive going to the locker room at halftime, saying, hey, we scored. Ladarius Prince on a little counter play, trying to kick it back out right side, and he'll be stopped for no gain. The Cyclones with 2 timeouts. That's the clock. They don't care about it right now. They can stop it a couple more times. What you don't want is to give Shiloh any time to take a shot, because I think they will take a shot if they get the ball back with any time on the clock. Here on 2nd down and 10, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Prince will get the call again. This time he'll run straight left side instead of the counter play, and he'll get inside the 15 to about the 12.
Again, that offensive line on the left side just opened up a hole for him to get through.
3 yards on the pickup. 3rd down and 7. Shotgun formation. Tight formation once again. 2 receivers each side, but they're lined up almost a little bit further than a tight end would. Empty backfield as Ladarius Prince motioned out. Now he comes back in motion, and they'll fake the handoff to him. They give it forward to number 20, Dajuan Ford. And he got inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, bringing up 4th down and 4. Under a minute to play here in the first half. The Cyclones looking at 4th and 4 from the Saints' 9-yard line. They're milking the clock a little bit. With 50 seconds left, there's 15 seconds to snap the ball. Magnus Golden in there once again. Need 4 yards here if you want the first down. They're going to hand it off to Magnus. He takes a lick in the backfield forward, and he gets to the 5-yard line. I don't know if he got it. Yep, he got it. They gave him the 5, 1st and goal. Now the Cyclones going quickly here with 30 seconds left. Magnus Golden getting the call once again. Plows forward, this time inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
There's a flag on it. I think they had an extra man on the field.
Yeah, they were trying to run a guy off the field. I don't think they got him off in time. The Saints did, and Russellville was going quickly. You don't have to wait for the other team to substitute. And the side judge over there had thrown the flag. 16.7 seconds left here in the first half, and we'll have to wait and see, because what you get is you get the extra down, and it's going to be half the distance. You'll pick up about a half yard by that play, by taking the penalty, but I still haven't seen him signal. Have you?
No.
Okay, so even though it's still the 3-yard line, really the 2.5-yard line. And now they're talking over with Coach Wheeler what just happened, and I don't
think he's happy.
I don't think he's happy with what it is. It should be 1st and goal, but they still have 2nd down and goal, and I don't know I don't know what happened there.
Well, there's no question they had an extra man on the field.
Right. And Wheeler's still out there talking. There's 16.7 seconds left. And they still show 2nd down. We're waiting the white hat to signal. Okay. So they're putting 23 seconds back on the clock. Yeah, because you take the penalty because it gives you about a half yard more, even though we still call it 3-yard line. But, yeah, it should have been blown dead, I guess. And so you get about, 7 more seconds. So, okay, so the Cyclones looking at 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Jones back to pass, throwing, complete, touchdown.
All right.
Dawan Ford slipping through, catching that. Jones took a lick there at the end, but he delivered the goods, and the Cyclones are on the board.
With 19 seconds to go in the half, that's great. That's milking the clock. That's moving the ball, playing our game.
Cyclones go 27 yards, eat up more than 4 minutes of clock time, and now they're going to try the point after. Like I say, you're still behind, but, hey, we got on the board here at the first half. Mosley puts the snap down. Perez kicks it through. 46-7. We'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates, a Medicare specialist of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with a Medicare plan review. It's vitally important that you review your plan for next year, as there will be several changes to Medicare plans for 2025. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to lose valuable benefits or cause you to have to change the provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Call a local agent to assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
KCJC Dardanelle, Russellville. River Country, KCJC.
An EAB Media Group radio station.
Cyclone Aiden Terry gets a fumble recovery, sets up Cyclones at the 27-yard line of Shiloh Christian. Russellville goes 27 yards in 9 plays, taking their time to do it. Nothing wrong with that. Takes them 4 minutes and 19 seconds, and again, that's a good thing because you didn't leave them hardly any time. And Jones hit Dawan Ford a 3-yard touchdown pass. Perez added the extra point. Cyclones trailing 46-7, but they got on the board, and they only left them 19 seconds to do something with it. Cyclones be kicking off for the first time tonight. Jesus Perez Kick a little onside kick, and this one will go out of bounds. And so they'll have the ball. You get like 3 different options. You can make them kick it again. You can take it at the 35-yard line. Or if it goes out of bounds, you take it where it went out of bounds, and that's what Shiloh Christian will do here because it went out of bounds at the 48.
You think they'll go for the end zone?
Oh, I'd be shocked if they didn't take a shot here. I mean, think about it. They've scored 46 points. They only have 133 yards of offense. That's it. Their offense does not have many snaps because it's been turnover and block punt.
Where are we going with this?
Yeah, I don't understand what this is.
Wait.
So it's a penalty against the Cyclones, is that right? So
Yeah.
I'll have to check on this because they'll have it at the Cyclone 47-yard line. High snap, Creighton rolling out to his right, completed pass on that far side to number 5, Dalton Carnes. And I think they lost some yards on that. Now they're going to put him back in line of scrimmage. Creighton back to pass throwing and incomplete on that far side there to Zane Slider. And that's the end of the first half. Cyclones trail here 46-7. We'll take a break. Come back with the halftime show. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Gene Simple Treats has your summer cravings covered with mouth-watering new cupcake flavors like blackberry white chocolate, birthday cake, turtle, and wedding cake, plus cookies, brownies, and more. There's also sugar-free options, so whether you're celebrating a special occasion or just need a quick escape, visit Gene Simple Treats on Parkway Drive by Stobie's and taste them for yourself. And visit Gene Simple Treats on Facebook. Gene Simple Treats, where every bite is like a little vacation, but without the lost luggage or sand in places it shouldn't be.
Every player on the football team has an important job so the team can reach its goal and success. Join our team at Lexicon right now, and we'll help you reach your goals and success. Lexicon offers free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University. We also offer competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, an on-site health clinic, annual bonus program, and more. Check out lexicon-inc.com/football and help us build America one project at a time.
Little Rock is where you'll be amazed by everything that awaits every member of your family. Explore sites like the Little Rock Zoo or hike to the top of Central Arkansas at Pinnacle Mountain State Park. Learn about the world around us at the Museum of Discovery. And at the Central Arkansas Nature Center, you can see alligators up close right in downtown. You can tour the Oval Office at the Clinton Presidential Library and walk in the footsteps of civil rights pioneers at historic Central High School. One experience and you'll be big on Little Rock. Learn more at littlerock.com today.
Looking for a college that offers exceptional opportunities close to home? For over 150 years, Lyon College has been the launch pad for successful careers right here in Arkansas. With a strong academic reputation, competitive athletics, and a stunning campus in beautiful Batesville, Lyon College is dedicated to shaping graduates who make a difference in their communities. Discover what Lyon has to offer by visiting lyon.edu. Lyon College, building a better world, starting in Arkansas.
Welcome back. We're at the half. The Cyclones trail it by a score of 46-7. Just kind of a tough night. Tough first quarter, really, if you think about it, because the Cyclones gave up 46 yards in that first quarter. That was how the first quarter went. It's been a tough night for a few teams as we're looking Lake Hamilton trailing Greenwood by a score of 35-7. Mountain Home leading Siloam Springs in the first quarter 14-0. And we'll try to get a Van Buren Fort Smith Southside score for you. But your thoughts of the first half?
Well, that first quarter was Shiloh Christian. They tried as hard as they could to do a knockout punch, but Russellville just wouldn't do it. Yeah, we staggered a lot. We were back on our heels. But very positive things happened in that second quarter. No points were allowed by our defense in that second quarter, which I thought is great. We had a turnover. We moved the ball, not only in running but in passing as well. Good blocking by that offensive line. We proved that we could score against their number one defense, and we did that. We controlled the ball, we controlled the clock, and we left them with no time in the second half. Yeah, their first quarter was a good quarter for them, but the second quarter was a good quarter for us.
Well, yeah, Russellville scored their one touchdown drive, and they were able to just move the chains. And what that does is it keeps their offense off the field, even though they've really had their defense is what scored for them. And their special teams have made some good plays with the surprise onside kick they recovered, and also the block punt that set them up at the 6-yard line. Then the offense punched it in. But 3 pick sixes by their defense, all in that first quarter. And that's why I said it. Maybe called it too early, but it sure felt like the Greenwood game where Russellville was not just turning the ball over, but turning the ball over deep in their own end. And the Cyclones are losing the turnover margin with 5 interceptions and the fumble on the onside kick, and it all just seemed to snowball from there. And it was 46 points for the Saints in that first quarter. But the plus side was the scoring drive for the Cyclones, and it was after a fumble recovery by our defense. Aiden Terry, and Russell had a previous drive right before that, though. I do want to say that the Cyclones had driven down from their own 28-yard line, turned the ball over on downs, and then Aiden Terry gives us another life there with the fumble recovery. Russellville goes 27 yards in the 9 plays. In 4 minutes and 19 seconds, Luke Jones hit Dajuan Ford for a 3-yard touchdown pass, and Jesus Perez with the extra point. That's all the scoring in the second half, and just sort of able to just sort of kind of step back and say, okay, that was a horrible first quarter, maybe the worst first quarter that I remember calling. But you stuck it out. You played well. You played better, I should say, in the second quarter, and kind of weathered the storm a little bit.
Well, what the Cyclones did, they proved that they could move the ball against this team, and that was important. We may not win this game, but I'm saying this was a good play. I mean, a good quarter for us. In future games, we can look back and say, yeah, we were down, but we came back. We were able to score against a team that looked so perfect. And I just thought it was a great second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst thing going to happen when you're down 46-0? You're probably going to lose the game. Okay, so what? You got 3 quarters to do something, and you still have to go out there and make the plays. Make the block, make the tackle, run the football, pass the football. You still got to do that, and so you're just like, okay, let's forget about the scoreboard. We're probably not coming back in this game. Let's just focus on each individual play and just trying to win that drive. And Russellville did that. They got the ball back and scored the touchdown and trail here 46-7. But like you said, kind of getting ready, because after today, you really could say that not that there's not any tough teams after this, but we played the toughest teams after this. I mean, Shiloh Christian's predicted to be second in this conference, and Russellville's played Greenwood already, and Mountain Home, who's supposed to be third in this conference. Then we got some winnable games with Southside and Siloam and Lake Hamilton coming up after this. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll have your halftime show for you with this week in Cyclone Country, what's going on in some other sports. Got some big news for you in tennis and golf and all that, and always checking in with some scores, and talk to you about the conference scores with Mountain Home leading Silent Springs 14-0 and Greenwood all over Lake Hamilton 35-7. But we'll have some area scores coming up, all that during our halftime show. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Si encuentra una fuga de agua del techo, es importante que tomen medidas inmediatas para evitar daños mayores a su hogar. Los techos con goteras nunca se arreglan solos. Miller Roofing Company es una compañía que ha servido a la comunidad de Miller Valley desde 1991, con una reputación de trabajo superior y confiable. Así que antes que la fuga de agua se empeore, llame a Miller Roofing Company a 890-3499 para hacer una cita para su inspección hoy.
Celebrate with us at Phil Wright Auto Parts as we mark our incredible 49-year anniversary. You don't want to miss out what we have going on during this great event. Use discounts and savings on a great selection of Chevrolets, GMC, and pre-owned inventory. Whether you're in the market for a new car, truck, or an SUV, now's the perfect time to find your dream vehicle at the price you'll love. Come see us today and join in on the anniversary excitement. Serving the River Valley since 1975, exit 84, just off I-40, Russellville.
At Right Fiber Internet, Right Fiber is what we do. We're the right choice for the right reasons. No contracts, no hidden fees, unlimited data, and free installation and Wi-Fi. Our 100% fiber is the best connection available, and it allows us to offer speeds up to 5 gig. Right Fiber, a great name for great internet. Check your availability today at rightfiber.com or give us a call at 833-71-RIGHT.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company. River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Last week at homecoming, the Cyclones inducted some new people into the Hall of Fame. Tracy Daniels, River Hardman, Arias Garcia, Charlie Payne, Brooklyn Nicholson, Brenna Burke, Izzy Clements, and Talia Ely. Congratulations to all of them. And time now for our This Week in Cyclone Country. High school volleyball swept Alma at home last night 3-0, and they'll have one more game. That'll be Tuesday night, as they'll have senior night. They'll host Van Buren. That begins at 4:30. They'll go to Silent Springs on Thursday, and that will conclude the regular season. Junior high football last night lost to Valonia 27-21. It's 14-14 at the half, and ended up losing that game by 6. Some tennis news. Lady Cyclones coach and Cyclones, coached by Isabel Luna and Bounty Balico. Abby Quos and Isabella Rivas competed at the 5A state tournament in Searcy after finished second in conference, but it's Nestor Carrero. He finished as the 5A state runner-up. Congratulations to Nestor, and that means he will compete against other state champions in the overall state tournament, and so congratulations to Nestor for that. Also in golf, they had the golf overall individual championship on Thursday, yesterday. And your Lady Cyclones had 2 representatives. Susanna Mans and Macy Cooper had qualified because they finished 1 and 2 in the state tournament. Susanna Mans had shot a 61, which is a course record at Paragould Country Club, and Macy Cooper shot a 68. And they competed yesterday at Pleasant Valley there in Little Rock and finished number 2 and number 4. Susanna Mans finished second overall with a round of 78. Macy Cooper tied for 4th with a round of 80, so congratulations to both of them, especially to Macy. That was her last event to play golf as a Russellville Lady Cyclone. Says she is a senior and will use up all of her eligibility, sad to say. Susanna Mann's a junior. She'll be coming back, but what an accomplishment by those two and by the other 2 members of the varsity, Chloe McSpadden and Aspen Farley. 3-time conference champions, 2-time state champions, and Macy goes out great with a 4-time all-state golfer. And so congratulations to both Macy Cooper and Susanna Mans with how they finished. Do want to mention junior high football on Thursday night will be Colors Day, as Russellville will host Cabot North. And so we talk about Russellville hosting Southside on Friday night, but junior high football on Thursday night is Colors Day, homecoming for junior high as they host Cabot North. And then they'll be playing on Tuesday. Instead of playing on that Thursday of the last week, they move it to Tuesday. They won't be playing on Halloween. So if you've got a schedule there and that's not been corrected, that's the last game for junior high. Some local scores to pass along to you. Hector trails Mount Ida in the second quarter, 14-7. Magnet Cove 21, Danville 10. That's a second quarter score. Morrilton shutting out Harrison in the first quarter, 7-0. Pottsville with a narrow lead against Ozark, 7-6. That's some area scores for you. We'll take a break and go back with Cyclone history. We return. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
At Kubota, we want to help you deliver a job done right. That's why we want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving day late. You have work to do. We have the reliable, durable, and versatile lineup to help you do it. Visit River Valley Tractor today for all your equipment needs. Visit your local River Valley Tractor dealer or find a dealer near you at rivervalleytractor.com.
Credit card interest rates can be
scary. At R&R Tire Express, there is no interest. Plus, you get 6 months, same as cash. All you need is $13 to get started on a new set of tires, or $13 can get you started on select in-stock wheel and tire packages.
It's so easy.
A zombie can do it. No interest in 6 months, same as cash today at R&R on East Parkway Drive next to Starbucks in Russellville.
Saracen Casino is Arkansas's closest place to play, and this month, you could win Toyota's all-new First Edition Land Cruiser from Trotter Toyota. This new-look Land Cruiser is the perfect example of legendary styling, and it could be yours on October 26th just for playing your favorite slot and table games at Saracen Casino. Take your chance at winning a First Edition Land Cruiser.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
From your first paycheck to your first home, starting your own business or celebrating your retirement, we're here for all of life's important moments. At Simmons Bank, our modern banking solutions make managing your finances effortless and efficient, so you can focus on what matters most. Simmons Bank, proud supporter of the moments that matter. SimmonsBank.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all accounts subject to approval.
Welcome back to Champions Stadium here in Springdale. The Shiloh Christian Saints leading your Russellville Cyclones 46-7. This is the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. Buying or selling your home has never been easier. Call our friends at Alathus Realty. Well, we usually do this at homecoming, but I thought, I need to do it on a road game because I don't want to always talk about the history of the Crimson Cyclone nickname while we're at home games. So I thought, let's do it on the away game. So, origin of the nickname. The nickname Crimson Cyclones was given to the team by local fans in October of 1921. During that season, the team had brand new crimson uniforms. They were bought by a group of some local businesses around, and it was described that the team had flattened opponents like a cyclone. They allowed just 6 points in a perfect 9-game season, and it was explained that in the old Courier-Democrat. And so the fans took to the name, and they began a side-to-side cheer. Crimson Cyclones, just back and forth. That undefeated 1921 team, Cyclones 8-0, 9-0, still owns a single-season points per game record of 46 points per game. They averaged that. They scored 368 points. 2 times they topped 90 points. They had 91 against Ozark and 97 against Pottsville. Both of those were shutouts. The 97 points is the all-time single-game scoring record. 1921 team also holds the distinction of beating Conway twice in the same season, so that's always a good season. They beat them once, beat them twice. That's fantastic. They beat Conway 21-0 and also 35-0. Now, the year after that, the 1922 Cyclones were 8-2. They also beat Conway twice. That must have been a great stretch to beat Conway 4 times in 2 years. And then in 1923, Cyclones under head coach Wallace Bailey for the first year beat Conway 26-0. That was the longest Cyclone streak against the Wampus Kittens. They had 5 in a row there from 21 to 23, so beat them 5 times in a row in just a 3-year span. Now he's like, so why isn't the state champions? Why don't we have 3? Being 1921, being undefeated, and allowing 6 points in a single season. There were no playoffs at the time. The Cyclones were passed over as state champions in 1921. The AAA gave it to Little Rock High School and Pine Bluff. We deserve one. I mean, when you go undefeated and allow 6 points the entire season, you deserve a state championship. But that was not awarded to the Cyclones, so that's why there's only 2 on the board and not one for 1921. That is a look at your Cyclone history segment. Cyclone trailing here 46-7 to Shiloh Christian, who just moved up to the 6A classification this year. And moving out was Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Christian Academy. This Shiloh Christian team actually beat Little Rock Christian earlier this year 44-40. But you're like, how did that happen? Well, there were 2 proposals before the AAA and during this season. And beginning this year, private schools that had teams that win a state championship were awarded 4 points. A team that lost the state championship game earned 3 points, which Shiloh Christian lost the last 2. And then a team that wins a state tournament game was awarded 2 points, and a team with a winning record worth 1 point. So there's your 4-3-2-1. Private schools that accumulate 5 points or more over 2 years were ruled to move up a classification. Now that was passed by a vote of 145-44. It's called the competitive equality factor. So you don't have to win a state championship to be labeled as dominant, as Shiloh Christian showed that. They made the state finals the last 2 years. Well, that gave them well enough over 5 points to move up. to 6A. And look, be honest with you, I don't see how they couldn't keep from moving up to 7A in 2 years, because if all they have to do is have a winning conference record to earn 1 point, they could probably do that this year. Next year, that's 2. They win 2 playoff games in 2 years. They're moving up. Now the other proposal was changing that from 4 years to 2 years, and so they changed that every 2 years with the private schools, and that actually passed by a bigger margin, 172 to 19. So now if teams accumulate 0 points, they could move down, but that again probably would not happen to PA, Little Rock Christian, and Shiloh Christian. But that's why Shiloh Christian moved up. That's why PA and Little Rock Christian moved out, and also that's why my Shiloh Christian may only be a 2-year deal here in this conference before they move up to 7A. And we talked at length with Coach Dave Wheeler. Maybe I'll air that sometime, because he had some interesting thoughts, because he's coached all across in Tennessee and Texas and Louisiana, Missouri, and he said every state does it a little bit different, how they treat the private schools and where they're allowed to give scholarships, the public schools are not, and how they deal with that. And Arkansas seems to be ever changing with how it's handled there. Very interesting interview. I might try to air that at some point. We're going to take a minute break. They have 60 seconds before they start the second half. I don't know if they're going to put more time on the clock or not, Stephen. So how about that? How about we just take a 30-second break and then come back with maybe the second half? The Cyclones trailing 46-7. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
At Stevens, our philosophy is to invest every dollar as if it were our own, to seize opportunity, to anticipate rather than react, to deliver constant focus in an ever-changing world, and to pursue the objectives of our clients in order to help them reach their financial goals. A proven history of helping companies and individuals. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
All right. Usually when teams come back on the field after a long halftime, they put 3 more minutes. I will say this, they did not make that a very long halftime, even with all the homecoming festivities. They kept it right at 15 minutes. And so now it shows 0, and we're going to see if they put more time on the clock. The official standing at midfield, he's signaling up, and I'm trying to see if he's signaling 2, 3, or 4, or just say, hey, let's go with it. They don't even have the captains up at midfield. Now, Shiloh Christian won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, and so they will be getting the ball to start the second half, and they do put 3 more minutes on it, so we'll take a minute break here in just a moment. Cole Creighton, the starting quarterback, had thrown for only 225 yards this season, but again had broken his collarbone in the second game of the year, was back tonight. It looks like the quarterback who had been starting, Jake Bodenstein, is warming up, and he may be the one that comes in and plays. Now, he's thrown for just under 800 yards, throws a few more interceptions. He actually doesn't throw near as much. Last week, they trailed Fort Smith Southside 20-3 at halftime, trailed by 17 points. They did not complete a pass in the second half, yet they scored 5 touchdowns. It was all running the football. They won the game 38-20. Griffin Mason with almost 300 yards of offense, so a couple touchdowns, and Max Eldridge a couple touchdowns, and in fact, their backup running back had over 100 yards rushing. That's how much they ran all over Fort Smith Southside in that comeback last week. Southside has blown 17-point leads in consecutive weeks. Last week against Shiloh Christian and the week before against Lake Hamilton. That's who Russellville will host next week at Cyclone Stadium. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. We're going to take a 60-second break, and then we'll be back with the second half. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Whether marching in the band, cheering from the sidelines, or running plays on the gridiron, teamwork is essential. High school sports teach students teamwork both on and off the field. I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman. I approve this message to say thank you to the coaches and teachers who are preparing the next generation to be team players, and best wishes to all student athletes learning to be teammates in the game of life.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress. The love of football defines fall weekends, and in many homes, our families. But it's a demanding sport that can cause injury. That's why UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is on sidelines and in locker rooms for high schools and colleges across the state, ready to care for athletes with clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
It was 63 degrees here in Springdale at kickoff, and looking at it right now, it shows 56. It feels a lot colder than 56 degrees right now up here in Northwest Arkansas. Tucker Barnard, the coach at Shiloh Christian, has kind of kept them rolling. This is his second season. They've actually made the state championship game the last 5 years, all in 5A. They only won one of them, and that was in 2020. They lost the last two to Little Rock Parkview. Not just lost, they got blown out. Last year, they lost to Parkview by 43 points. But they won it in 2020 when they beat Rivercrest 58-20. As we start the second half, the Cyclones will kick off. And Jesus Perez had the onside kick, tried to do that at the end of the first half. It went out of bounds. And he'll kick this one out, and this one's angling towards going to go out of bounds. No, it's going to hit at the 10. Free ball. It's around the inside the 10-yard line, and Shiloh Christian covers it at the 8. Oh my goodness!
That
was almost a great way to start the second half, and it just died at the 10-yard line. And I was kind of surprised that Brody Francis didn't just pounce on it. They're going to give him the 9-yard line. I think he touched it before it went out of bounds before he covered it, so that's where he's going to be giving it. So easily their worst starting field position of the game as they start this at their own 9-yard line.
New quarterback.
Yeah, their average is 36-yard line. Yeah, this is Jake Bodenstein. We talked about this at halftime, and they're going to hand it off on the first play. Max Eldridge, who's their backup running back, will carry it, and he'll get to the 15-yard line to pick up a 6 on the play. That's Eldridge, number 0. They actually run 3 running backs last week. Hudson Ball, he was more their heavy package. We have not seen him tonight. They haven't had to power any on 3rd or 4th and shorts. They're going to go quickly here, though, with Eldridge picking up 6 yards on that play on his first carry tonight. He'll get it again, almost the exact same play, carries it right side, and he'll pick up the first down right around the 20-yard line.
Eldridge, a very short runner, not very tall, but very quick, very fast.
He's only rushed for over 200 yards this season, but he got 111 of it last week against the Mavericks. Ball the right hash mark, 1st and 10 for the Saints. They'll bring a man in motion. That's Zane Slider, but hand it off to Eldridge once again, trying right side, and he'll pick up a couple yards, and that'll be it.
Eldridge on the carry.
We may be calling his name quite a bit in this second half.
He actually had a pick 6 last week against Fort Smith Southside. He's one of the many two-way players. He comes out of the game. And Bodenstein will turn. Pump fake on the screen pass, throws it. They're going to lose yardage on this one. He pump faked because it wasn't open, and they decided to go with it anyway. And they completed the slider, but they lose yards on the play.
Good coverage over there.
Yeah, that could have been an interception. That's why he pump faked. We were all over it. 3rd down and 10, so it goes from 2nd 7 to 3rd and 10 on the negative 3-yard completion.
I think that was Teague, number 8, that was doing the coverage.
Bodenstein looking left here on 3rd down. He's going to throw an open window. He's got a completed pass there to Chandler Kemp. He crosses the 30. He's got the first down.
He was wide open. Must have had a breakdown in our coverage because he was way open, too much.
Well, he just found a window and just sort of sat down in it. Kemp's just his first catch tonight. I mean, he's got 36 catches on the season before that one. Did not catch a pass in the first half. On 1st and 10, Eldridge straight up the middle. Takes a lick, gets to the 40-yard line, a couple yards shy of the first down. Max Eldridge, just a 9th grader. They have quite a few guys that will come in and start as 9th graders. Cole Creighton, the regular starting quarterback, just a sophomore. He started last year, took him to the finals as a freshman. And now we have a whistle and a false start against Shiloh Christian. All the penalties tonight have been 5-yard penalties, or half the distance to the goal. And but minor infraction penalties, and now they've been penalized 4 times for 17 yards. 2nd down and 7 after they mark off the 5-yarder back at the 35-yard line. Kemp and Carnes, the 2 wide receivers, bunched up here to the left side. Slider, the wide receiver, lone right. But they're going to hand it off to Eldridge, and he drags a tackler for a couple yards as he gets to about the 38. Boy, powerful runner there. Cyclone defender was just kind of hanging on for dear life, and officially a 2-yard pickup, 3rd and 5 as they go quickly here. Hard count did not get the Cyclones to jump. A check with me. Plenty of time on the snap clock, 21 seconds. Cyclones creeping up from that far side, showing blitz with the outside linebacker. And now they're see if they're changing the play and see if Russellville will change too. 10 seconds to snap it. Same look for Russellville. Yeah, Cyclones coming on the blitz. Screen pass complete to Kemp. Dodges a tackler there, and he'll carry it to the 45. I think that's a 1st down. Russellville, I thought we had him stopped there, but he broke that arm tackle and picked up the 1st down with 8 yards there.
Yeah, just didn't wrap him up.
And 1st down and 10 for the Saints at their own 46-yard line. This drive started at their 9-yard line. Eldridge going to carry it straight up the middle. He gets to Cyclone territory before he's wrestled down. They're going to give him midfield. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped there.
Again, Magnus Golden in on the stop, along with about 3 or 4 others.
Pick up a 4 on the play. Cyclones trying to sub out very quickly. Eldridge will carry right side and going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if he got anything after that. Aiden Terry made the initial hit. It'll bring up 3rd down. And Eldridge, who's carried a lot on this drive, 7 carries on this drive for 28 yards, is slow to get up.
Number 6, Haney, is the one on the bottom of that pile.
I get to see him. He said he's going to go as long as he could. You know, with coming back from the injury, talked to him yesterday. 3rd down, Bodenstein rolling out to his right, throwing on the move, and short hopped incomplete. He was going to Slider there on that far side. Are they going to punt the football?
I think they'll go, well, no, they're sending some people in.
This will be their first punt. Now, Cole Creighton is usually their kicker, but they got Griffin Mason in there. He did it when Creighton was injured. I wondered if they punted, who they would punt with. And Mason averages 40 yards a punt. He has 2 inside the 20. And he gets this one away. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line, so 3 times he's put it inside the 20. But Cyclone defense stopped him.
Barnell's the one who caught that.
31-yard punt, no return. The Cyclones will take over.
Good series for our defense.
And the 5:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. Now the sportsmanship rule should be in effect right now, but they did stop the clock for change of possession, which they're really not supposed to. It's only a scoring play, a timeout, or an injury. Luke Jones going to carry it straight up the middle, and he gets positive yards there, about 8 on the play. And we have a player slow to get up. Did they give him a 1st down? The Sticks wanted to move, but then the other one's like, I don't know if he got it or not, so they're waiting to see. But in the meantime, there's a player down for Shiloh Christian. Yeah, I think I'm marking about a half-yard shy of the 1st down. 4:51 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. The sportsmanship rule, if the team's up by 35 in the 2nd half, the clock does not stop unless it's a timeout, an injury timeout, or a score. And really, it's not really supposed to be a score, but a lot of teams will stop on that score.
They gave him the 1st down.
Okay, good. We did post our halftime stats on our Facebook page, and we always try to do that. Halftime and at the end of games. Well, the Sticks, the guy with the 1st down marker wanted to move it, but the other marker showed 2nd down, so they were kind of confused on it. But, yeah, Luke Jones carried for 10 yards there. That puts him back on the plus side because He was on the negative side, so 5 carries for, well, I guess he was on there on the last one, 14 yards total for this game. Cyclones trailing 46-7. 46 points for the Saints, all in the first quarter. Jones will send him in out. They're going to turn and hand the ball off to Ladarius Prince, breaking a tackle there, trying to get to the outside. He stiff arms him in at the 40 and runs out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's a great run, best run of the night.
A pickup of 16 yards for Ladarius. As long as of the night, not as long as the season. As long as the season is 43 yards, but he gets to the 44 there. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. 45 yards tonight for Prince on 13 carries. Ball on the right hash mark. Julius Thompson, the wide receiver, here to the right side. Motioning in motion is Espinosa, and he circles back around. Call that the lasso, and hand off to Prince, and nothing doing on the sweep there. And it'd be about a 4-yard, 3-yard loss, depending on if they get him the 41 or not. The Saints had that one sniffed out. Second down and long coming. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 3 pick sixes for Shiloh, a block punt, a recovered of an onside kick. Just all kinds of good things going their way, and that for all in that first quarter. Second down and long for Russellville. Play action. Jones, plenty of time. Out of the backfield, Prince catches this one. Stiff arms a man again. Boy, he's good with that left arm jabbing out there, and he gets near midfield. He almost delivers punishment when he does it. Picks up 9 yards. So you go from 2nd and 13 to 3rd and 4. That makes it more manageable for Coach Gunner and the offense. Russellville taking their time. Again, even though he got out of bounds, the clock rolls because of the sportsmanship rule, and Russellville taking their time. They're like, hey, we're not in a hurry. Jones on 3rd and 4 will keep it himself, and he is drilled at the 48-yard line. Well, we could hear the pads popping from up here. You know, he didn't make the wrong call, though, because he faked it to Prince, and Prince was tackled for a loss. So he did make it back to the 49-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play, 4th and 5, and we'll see what Russellville wants to do here. Jones has punted, so you could always be in there and see if you draw him off sides first. Oh, they're going for it. Jones going to roll out, left side, throwing on the move, and it's going to be incomplete. It was almost intercepted, but Shiloh made a diving attempt, and I think they're telling their guy, don't dive at that because we gain yardage since Russellville had that 4th down play. So the Cyclones turned the ball over on downs. The Saints will take over here with 2:09 left to play in the third quarter.
Well, Luke was breaking to his left. That's a hard position for a right-handed quarterback to throw.
The Saints will have the ball at our 49-yard line. Bodenstein will hand this one off to Eldridge. Just between the left guard and left tackle, and he gets to the 46. Pickup of 3 on the play. Eldridge now 8 carries for 31 yards. 3 receivers to the right on 2nd down. For Shiloh Christian, Eldridge again running left side. Big hole here. Gets across the 40. Stays on his feet somehow. He's going to be drugged down by Booker, but not before he gets inside the 20-yard line. I thought he was going down somehow. I don't know if he was hand down or what. He will keep his balance. Good play there. He gets to the 19, a gain of 27 yards.
It looked like a Russellville blitz, and he just ran past the blitz.
He goes out. Salter comes in at running back, and he'll get the carry running left side. Salter going to be hit from the side. He'll get to the 15-yard line. Salter's made some big plays on that defense with some picks tonight. 4 yards on that carry. That's Salter's first carry this season. Mainly been a defensive player. He stays in there at running back. To the left of quarterback Jake Bodenstein. Bodenstein going to hand it off to Salter, and he might have gotten one. I don't know. Magnus Golden was there to greet him in that hole. It'll be third down coming for the Saints. Salter will check out, and Eldridge comes back in. Third down and 6 for the Saints. 10 seconds left to play here in the third. Man in motion. Bodenstein gets a snap. He's going to roll to his right. Looking, he's going to throw underneath. It's going to be incomplete. He was going for Wyatt Brennan, and it's incomplete, and that's the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break. Russellville trailing 46-7. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
College dreams come true at the University of Central Arkansas, especially now with the UCA commitment. This new program provides a debt-free pathway for tuition and fees for Arkansas students whose families earn $100,000 or less a year. And that impacts everything. It's fewer barriers and endless opportunities. Welcome to Bear Country. Learn more about the UCA commitment at uca.edu.
Celebrate with us at Phil Out Auto Place as we mark an incredible 49-year anniversary. You don't want to miss out what we have going on during this great event. Use discounts and savings on a great selection of Chevrolets, GMC, and pre-owned inventory. Whether you're in the market for a new car, truck, or an SUV, now's the perfect time to find your dream vehicle at the price you'll love. Come see us today and join in on the anniversary excitement. Serving the River Valley since 1975, exit 84, just off I-40, Russellville.
And the game I kind of had my eye on in the Valley, Dardanelle-Lamar. Dardanelle all over Lamar, 34-14 in the third quarter. Thought that game might be a little closer than that. Over on KCJC 102.3 from 10 o'clock until midnight, you can hear all the scores with Rex Nelson. We're going to be listening to it on our way back down the mountain. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. The Cyclones trailing 46-7. All 46 of the Saints' points coming in the first quarter. Cyclones scored their lone touchdown in the second quarter, and nobody scored in the third. As we start the third, the Saints looking at 4th and 6 from the Cyclone 15-yard line. Have they attempted a field goal this year? Yes, they have. They've attempted 3 of them, or 2 of 3, but they're going to go for it here. Bodenstein, the quarterback, with Max Eldridge, the running back. They need 6 yards for a first down just inside the 10. Bodenstein throwing across the middle. It's incomplete, and it's a pass that should have been caught. Brody Francis right through his hands, and we have a flag down at the goal line. Oh, my goodness. That's on us. Malachi Varnell was on the coverage. That should have been a touchdown. Pass interference is what they're calling. That should have been a touchdown. I mean, he threw it only where the receiver, Francis, could catch it, and it went right through his hands. But they get bailed out on the penalty. It's not an automatic first down, but they just needed half the distance, so they do get the first down. And bad snap. They're going to have to cover it back at the 20-yard line. How about that?
That's what's that, 2 or 3 they've had like that?
Yeah, the one that Aiden Terry recovered. And this one goes all the way back to the 20. So loss of 12 on the play. And 2nd and goal from the 20. How about that? Bodenstein back to pass. They set up the screen. It's tipped and intercepted by Magnus Golden.
Yes.
He tipped it to himself and got the pick. Are they saying it? Yes, they are. I was waiting for the signal. Waiting for the signal. They tried the screen pass, and now are they saying it's incomplete? No, one official signaled our ball. Okay, yeah, there we go. And Magnus Golden tipped it to himself. They're talking about it, and he's pleading his case, saying, yep, it's our ball. It sure is. Magnus Golden with his first interception of his career. How about that?
Tipped it and then caught it as it was going down to the ground.
Incredible play there by Magnus. And so the Cyclones get the second turnover of the night. And what a great play. They'd set up the screen there, and Magnus sniffed it out. He took one step back, and, boy, that was a peak of his jump, able to tipped that one to himself there. The Cyclone's going to hand it off. I think this is Prince up the gut getting some good hard yards.
Well, in that play right there, that offensive line just fired off that ball and pushed the defense back.
And pick up a 5 on the play. And yeah, they had 1st and goal. And after the penalty, and a bad snap, and then the interception by Golden. And Russellville getting the ball back. Jones play action and gets it out to Prince as he takes a lick on the screen pass. He'll get across the 25 to the 27. Ends up being just a 1-yard pass play, but boy, Luke Jones took a lick back there, and he got that one just out in time. Good play there. And it was the safety valve there. And so instead of a big loss taking the sack, Russellville gets a 1-yard gain, so 3rd down and 4 coming. Third and 4 from the 27-yard line. Man in motion, they'll fake it to him, set up a screen once again. It's complete here to Ford. He's across the 35, got the first down, pushed out of bounds. They won Ford. Perfect call against that blitz.
That was a beautiful pass by Luke.
And they're using their speed and their aggressiveness against them, picking up 10 yards there and saying, okay, come with the blitz. We're going to dump it right over the top of you. And so a good job there on the call and the execution. The Cyclones pick up 10 yards, 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Again, the blitz. They'll throw away from it. Ford has it across the 40 to the 42. You blitzing from the right, we're throwing it to the left. Russellville on the move, trailing 46-7 here. 8:12 left to play in the game, but positive things happening for Russellville. Golden getting the interception for the Cyclones. Started this drive at our own 21-yard line. 4 plays, 21 yards now. Looking at 2nd down and 5 on this drive at our own 42. Here comes the blitz once again. They pull it and throw a completed pass, this time on the right side to Ford, and he'll pick up a couple yards to the 44. He kind of caught that one 2 or 3 times. They juggled it a little bit.
Tell you what, Wade Ford's
3rd down
running.
and 3.
Wade Ford is running. It's hard to bring him down.
He's got 6 catches for 24 yards tonight. He's a junior, 5'8", 185. He's going to come out of the game here and take a breather. Jerron Brown and Jeremiah Ross Thompson here, the receivers on the left side. Nick Hallmark in there as the S-back. Ball on the right hash mark on 3rd and 3. Empty backfield, and they're going to throw it out to Prince, who came out of the backfield. Picks up a big block from Brown, and he gets the first down. Something that doesn't show up on the box score. Jerron Brown sprung him there by hitting the linebacker. And Prince gets the first down reception because of it.
And Shiloh was blitzing again, and Russellville had the answer for it.
First down for the Cyclones, their 9th first down tonight. They have it at their own 49-yard line. 6:45 left to go in the game. Prince in the backfield stays there this time. Back to pass. Jones again, safety valve. Gets it out to Prince. He's at the 40. Has the first down to the 39-yard line of Shiloh Christian. Well, are they giving some teams a blueprint on what to do against this blitzing team?
Yeah, and I'm looking at some of the numbers on Cyclone defense. They've got some of their starters back out there.
And they give him the 36-yard line, so big gain there of 15 yards. 1st and 10 for Russellville. Callahan, the running back, they'll play action to him. Jones going to go up top, throwing for the end zone, and is going to be tipped and caught. Mitchell Manning catches the tipped ball, and the Cyclones score from 36 yards out. That's the first touchdown reception in Mitchell's career.
Kept his eye on the ball and brought it down.
And on to try the extra point is Jesus Perez. It's long enough and it's good. 46-14. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Johnny Storian with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you'd have, don't delay. Call Brent Purdy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
KCJC Dardanelle Russellville. River Country, KCJC,
an EAB Media Group radio station.
Well, the Cyclones get the interception from Magnus Golden, and after that they go 79 yards in 8 plays in 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Luke Jones hit Mitchell Manning for a 36-yard touchdown pass. Jesus Perez added the extra point. Cyclones trail 46-14. But remember, after the first quarter, it was 46-0.
That was a beautiful pass, wasn't it? Plenty of air under it.
Looked like it was going to be intercepted, to be honest with you, but it was the defender was falling down backwards when he tipped it, popped up in the air, and Mitchell Manning was there for the catch. Jesus Perez on to kick it off for the Cyclones. He'll scoot this one along the carpet. It'll be picked up at the 20-yard line. Running laterally, and Booker there to hit him, and be a pickup of 3 yards by Brody Francis. Jackson Booker. I told him how to say his name. They always say that, Butcher. All right, the Saints will have it at their own 23-yard line. Clock rolling here. Nearing the 5-minute mark left to go. Bodenstein will hand it off. Running back, this is not Eldridge. He'll take it left side for a pickup of 2 yards on the play. I think that's Griffin Harvey. I couldn't tell if that was. Yeah, it was Harvey.
Yeah.
His first carry of the year, and substitutions coming in for Shiloh Christian, and they blow it dead. I don't know what happened, and they're going to wave off the flag. They threw a flag. I didn't even see it, but they wave it off. They're a little bit lenient on this stopping the clock when they're not supposed to. They stopped it there on that. Man, the white hat keeps saying, keep the clock going. We had the sportsmanship rule to start this game, or start the second half. Jake Bodenstein. Forward pitch here across the 25 and upended Zach Rowe. Bodenstein had been the starter until tonight when the regular starter, Cole Creighton, came back. Technically gets a completed pass there of 3 yards. Maddox Statham on to make the tackle, looking at 3rd and 5 for Shiloh Christian here with 4:10 left to play in the ball game, leading the Cyclones 46-14. In the backfield, Jacob Oglesby. But Bodenstein going to roll to his left. Throwing, it's going to be tipped and incomplete. Good man-on-man coverage over on that far side. I don't know why these guys keep testing Bo Mosley. You know, I was talking to their media team, and I said the problem with Bo Mosley is he was tested a lot last year, and he gets all these interceptions. He doesn't get them the second year because nobody throws at him. They've tested him twice tonight, and both times he's answered the call and knocked the ball away. It's 4th down and 5, and looking like they're going to punt the football away for just the second time tonight. Cyclones, they have one player back, but if you look at the other 10 guys, they're playing a base defense. So, like, we don't trust you. We're going to see him make you kick it away, and Mason does kick this one away, and Varnell going to call for the fair catch at the 38-yard line. So the defense holds once again. You know, I know you can say what you want to about rose-colored glasses and all that, but since the first quarter, Russellville has held them scoreless, and it's not like Shiloh Christian's trying to not score. You know, I mean, I realize they scored plenty in that first quarter, 46 points, but I mean, the defense has played well in the last 3 quarters. You know, like I said, Shiloh, they're trying to move the ball down the field. They're going for it on 4th down. They're trying to score too. Jones on 1st down, screen pass incomplete, tried to go to Callahan, and we'll see if they made any adjustments. The Cyclones threw a lot of screens on that last drive and was able to go 79 yards with a lot of screen passes. We'll see if the Saints adjust to that at all.
Jones has taken some shots tonight.
Yes.
That one was, it was a good shot, but there's been some others they've hit him after he's released the ball.
Yeah, it's definitely not the NFL where the quarterbacks are not babied in high school football. Man in motion. And Jones, a little pitch out. I like this play call. It's across the 40, near the 45-yard line. Jacob Espinosa, that faked the handoff and just pitched it out there. Almost looked like an option running team pulling that one. I like that play design. And it fooled Shiloh Christian just enough to pick up 7 yards. Third down and short. Play action. Jones underneath. Completed pass there to Dajuan Ford, who just gets into their territory, and enough for a first down.
Again, Luke threw that ball hard, but he kept it very low. Hard ball to intercept.
6 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. They're always showing blitz, but they really are showing blitz. They come from the outside. Luke going to have to run away from pressure. He's throwing across the middle. It's incomplete. He threw it behind Espinosa, but it's because Espinosa's running to his left and Luke running to his right. He was just trying to escape pressure. So you understand the miscommunication, but if they make that connection, he's still running.
Oh, yeah. They had 3 defenders back there, but he was beyond them.
1:06 left to play in the game. Jones back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Underneath screen, little bubble screen to Thompson, and he'll get a yard, and that'll be it. Third down and 9. 49 seconds left to go in the game. I give him the 47, so pickup of 2 on the play. Jones now throwing for 134 yards, looking for more. Across the middle is complete, and he's got the first down, slung down at the 30. That's Julius Thompson once again. Back-to-back passes to Thompson, and this one goes down to the 30-yard line, and Russellville will call a timeout after the 17-yard pickup, and they're trying to stop the clock. They keep the clock rolling. It's still rolling. It stops at 21. It should be like 27, 28 seconds left, and Wheeler's saying, hey, come on, we're trying to score here. And the official, White Hat, puts his hand up, says, okay, I got it. And they're trying to put more time on. I saw 27 seconds when we called it, but they're going to put 30. We'll be fine with that.
Oh, yeah.
And, again, like I said, 46 points for Shiloh Christian in the first quarter. But since that time, the defense has held them in check, picked up a couple turnovers, stopped them on a couple 4th downs, and the Cyclones have scored 14 points. They're looking for more. They want to try to get and make this a little bit more respectable. I tell you what, 46-21 would look awful nice, and I would not have expected that after in the middle of that first quarter. But the Cyclones have not stopped playing hard, and so they're representing our school the way you'd want to be represented. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cyclones with 2 more timeouts. With 30 seconds left here, 1st and 10 at the St. 30-yard line. Jones looking right, cuts back left, looking for the screen. He's got Sam Callahan there at the 20. He's at the 15, pushed out of bounds, and Russellville going to have to call timeout if they want to stop the clock again. Well, this time they didn't even start the clock. It's still at 30 seconds, and now you can't do that. Now they're running time off the clock, and you can't do that either.
No, they can't.
And like I said, the get out of bounds, but with the sportsmanship rule, it's not going to stop. They ran off 4 seconds. I tell you, we benefited there because that play took a lot more than 4 seconds. They gave him the 12-yard line, and so Callahan gets 18 yards on the play. Well, it's definitely not home cooking because, I mean, they run off 4 seconds, and really they didn't start the clock until Callahan was out of bounds. And it's like, oops, I forgot. But you know what? If you're running the clock and you got the sportsmanship rule going, you're not thinking about that. So the Cyclones with that first down have it 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. They have 1 more timeout. You ever believe they're going to try to call this timeout? They don't score here. You can get 2, maybe 3 plays, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. 1st and 10. Jones back to pass. He's going to throw for the end zone. Tipped up in the air and incomplete. That almost looked like the touchdown that we got. Again, the clock should be rolling, and it never started again. And now they started. Unbelievable. That guy needs to be fired. They never started it again until after the play was over. And then they started it, roll it down to 17 seconds.
He's so caught up in the game.
He doesn't have any place to be. And Russellville calling timeout. Again, after an incomplete pass, it doesn't matter because of the sportsmanship rule, the clock would continue to run. And so Russellville using their last timeout. So even though there's 17 seconds left, this is probably going to be the last play for Russellville because you can't stop the clock.
That ball went up in the air. I thought we would be able to catch it for a touchdown. But you're right. This Cyclone team never gave up.
No, they didn't.
Tonight.
And again, an incomplete pass, run out of bounds. You can't spike the ball. The clock can't be stopped once it starts, and we're run out of timeouts. So you got one play here from the 12-yard line trying to stick this one in the end zone. You're looking at 2nd and 10, but that doesn't matter. Callahan will be the running back as he's back there with Jones. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The left is short side of the field. Play action pass. Jones going to throw the end zone. It's going to be complete there to Ford. Did he get in? He did. DeJuan Ford caught it. I thought it was going to the end zone. He caught it about the 3 and got in there for the score to make it 46-20. The clock is still rolling with 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and that's should be it. They don't allow you to kick the extra point if the time goes out, I don't believe. We'll see if they allow that. Are they going to? Yeah, the clock, it's out. So, but Russellville is going to get a chance to add the extra point. So Jesus Perez, with Mosley holding, and Luke Jones, the snapper. This is long enough, and it's good. So 46 unanswered points by Shiloh Christian, but hey, 21 unanswered by the Cyclones after that. But we've come to the end of the football game. The Cyclones lose it by a score of 46-21. We'll take a break and then come back with your post-game show and wrap it up. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
What does it mean to be taken care of? And to know that the people around you are taken care of too? What does it feel like to trust that you'll be able to get health care, to prevent illness, and to help you heal? Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind, so you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
Children grow up so fast, but it takes just a moment to plan for their future and their education. Start saving for your child or grandchild today with the Arkansas Brighter Future 529 plan. It's a new name, but the same great way to grow education savings, from pre-K to college or trade school. Visit brighterfuturedirect529.com.
To learn more about the Arkansas 529 plan, its investments, objectives, risk, and cost, read the official statement available at brighterfuturedirect529.com, paid for by the Arkansas Brighter Future Fund Committee.
Now is a great time to get out and experience an outdoor adventure in the Arkansas Delta Byways region. From hiking to biking to water adventures, we've got them all. Bike, jog, or stroll across the Big River Crossing, the longest public pedestrian bridge across the Mississippi River. Do some fishing or kayaking on Lake Chico, the largest oxbow lake in North America. Explore the beginnings of Arkansas at Arkansas Post National Memorial. Visit deltabyways.com for more ideas.
This ad paid with state and regional funds.
Celebrate with us at Phil Wright Auto Place as we mark our incredible 49-year anniversary. You don't want to miss out what we have going on during this great event. Huge discounts and savings on a great selection of Chevrolets, GMC, and pre-owned inventory. Whether you're in the market for a new car, truck, or an SUV, now's the perfect time to find your dream vehicle at the price you'll love. Come see us today and join in on the anniversary excitement. Serving the River Valley since 1975, exit 84, just off I-40, Russellville.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lose it here by a score of 46-21. Your thoughts of the game tonight?
Well, that first quarter, it's all Shiloh, but next 3 quarters, it's a different ball game. They still had their starters in there in the second quarter, but they never scored. Our defense started turning things around. The second half, it's all Russellville. I mean, we stayed with our game plan. We called our own plays. We just we did a fantastic job. Yeah, probably in the back of our mind we knew we was going to lose this thing, but we were going to score, and we did, and the defense held for 3 quarters. So I thought it was a good game for the Cyclones.
Well, they definitely didn't quit. We knew they wouldn't, but just to see some success there, like you said, 46 unanswered points in the first quarter. I shouldn't say unanswered. 46 points in the first quarter for Shiloh Christian. Russellville had 21 the rest of the game that ended up being unanswered. We'll go through just some of the final stats and totals for you for the game. Of course, we'll host the halftime stats on our Facebook page. We'll post the game stats also on our Facebook page. Russellville with actually more yards of offense, 257 to the Saints 206, but a lot of that because they had 3 defensive touchdowns and they had a short field, so that's the reason. For Russellville, Luke Jones was 24 of 40 for 181 yards, did have 3 touchdown passes, did have 5 interceptions. Running the football, it was Ladarius Prince, who had 15 carries for 47 yards. Luke Jones, 6 carries for 13 yards. Receiving, Dajuan Ford, 8 catches. I think that's a career high for him. 8 catches for 42 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mitchell Manning got a catch, 36-yard touchdown catch. He had 2 catches tonight for 43. And Ladarius Prince, 5 catches for 33 yards. 181 yards passing, 76 yards rushing. The Cyclones with 24 more plays than Shiloh Christian. As far as for the Saints, they didn't have to throw the ball that much. They only threw it for 78 yards. They ran it for 128. Griffin Mason, the first game, he's been held under 100 yards rushing, 10 carries for 79 yards. But again, they had 3 defensive touchdowns, 3 pick sixes, all in the first quarter, and that was pretty much your game. And so that was the bad side of tonight. The good side is the Cyclones scored 21 points in the last 3 quarters and did not give up. However, the Cyclones fall to 4-3 on the season, 1-3 in conference play, and they got some work to do before next week. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of Cyclone football. Our next broadcast will be next week. Russellville back at home as they host the Mavericks. Fort Smith Southside. It will be the 41st meeting between Southside and Russellville, with Southside having a 29-11 advantage in that series. The kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air with the Coaches Show at 6:30. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Also want to send a special thank you to our Chief Engineer, Stephen Berry, and our Cyclone Booth Media Team, Chase Canfield and Maggie Duval. This is Cyclone Booth, KCJC, and EAB Sports, your home for all Cyclone sports all season long. Our final score from Champion Stadium, it was Shiloh Christian 46 and Russellville 21. KCJC about 45 minutes away. They'll have the scoreboard show beginning at 10 o'clock and goes until midnight. For Maggie Duval, Chase Canfield, Aaron Duval, and Stephen Berry, I'm Mickey Duval saying to you, good night.